family, and they don't like her at all, and she has to deal with all that and all the depression and sadness she feels from that. And then people from another world come and they're like, you're the last hope. The last person we recruited, she's gone insane. She's now trying to destroy the world. We need you to fix this. And in order to do it, unlike a regular magical girl like Sailor Moon, where she's got the powers and she like transforms her outfit and then they're working next to her, no. They combine with her.
Ugh. I think I've watched like 3 magical girl animes. One of them is technically not even a magical girl. I think it was like, what is it? Was it called like Am I a Zombie or something like that? I watched that years ago. And it was such a bad anime. I can't even remember the plot, but I know the main character, like, he turns into a magical girl. Like, he gets a magical girl's powers.
Oh?
I watched Sailor Moon.
Okay.
And then I've watched some of Madoka Magica and then said, nah, fam, that ain't for me right now, and haven't watched it since. So I haven't watched all of Madoka Magica.
That's relatable. Just gotta make sure you don't lose your head, yeah?
Abadabadoo is asking, have you seen Magical Girl Site?
I have not. I think I've heard about it. Isn't that where, like, she gets, like, a magic gun or something?
Don't know. I've never heard of it. There's an anime with magical boys. Whoa. We're not watching... Mysterious Girlfriend X is not the best anime. Get out of here, Roller. I can't stand Mysterious Girl. It actually makes me sick. I'm not even gonna lie.
Oh, no.
So, the concept of the show is the main character gets addicted to the main girl's saliva.
Ew.
Yeah, it's something. It's something.
Oh.
Anyway, it's Roller's favorite anime. I think what's bad is I think it's actually like for what it is a good anime, but it's like but it's like not one I would watch. So it's like everything about it is technically good, but I'm like also like no, I'm good. I won't watch that. I think the last 2 anime I watched, I haven't been watching a whole lot of anime lately. It's like Frieren, and then I watched the 2nd season of Vinland Saga. Because I was reading the manga for Vinland Saga for a while. Okay. I mostly read and not watch stuff anymore.
Fair. God, books are wonderful,
Cheer one.
Ooh, you like books?
I do. I really do.
What's your favorite book series? I know that's a dangerous question.
It is.
I'm not asking favorite book because I know that's impossible to answer, but favorite book series may be possible.
Yeah. This is where I make you cringe and say Twilight for the lulz. No, it's not. Though.
No!
It's not.
You're not supposed to sparkle!
No sparkling, please. Nah, it's probably Percy Jackson, honestly.
That's your favorite book series? You have really good taste, because that is also my favorite book series.
It's so wonderful.
It is so good.
It lures you into the world and then makes you want more. You gotta find something similar.
There's nothing similar.
Right?
I recently just like listened to the audiobooks for Heroes of Olympus again.
Ooh.
And I listened to the first one, Lost Hero, and I was like, okay, they're good characters. And then I remembered in Son of Neptune just how good that trio is.
Oh yeah.
Just like Hazel, Frank, and Percy is such a good trio in that. It's such a good
really
series.
Are. They're all such precious characters. Too.
Yeah.
Did you feel with them?
Did you read the new Percy Jackson book that came out recently? Because he's starting a new series with it. I know there's like 2 more books at least coming out. It was alright. It's like Percy tried to get into college. It's very funny.
Okay.
He's like, man, I gotta play catch up in school because of like all the stuff that happened during Heroes of Olympus. Try not to spoil it too much for people. But yeah, it's such a good series. It's my favorite book series. It's what got me into reading, so I have such a fond place for it. But like, I don't know. Right now, I'm reading. It used to be a creepypasta, but they made it into a book called Pen Pal. That's what I'm reading right now.
You know, that sounds like a perfectly normal story until you, like, without the creepypasta part, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh no.
Yeah. And then the book series I suggest everyone should read at some point is Mother of Learning. Such a good series. I gotta thank Roller Pride for showing it to me. He'll never let me forget that he showed me it.
What kind of series is it?
So, it's about a magic school student is all I'm gonna give away.
Oh, very good. Okay.
I'm trying not to give away too much of it because I think I think the book description gives it away, but I'm not for sure. Let me double check. Because if the book description on Kindle gives it away, I can tell you. Let me check. You can read it for free online, I know that.
Ooh.
On Royal Road. Oh yeah, it does talk about it. So it's about he gets trapped in a time loop.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's very. You prefer Father of Learning, Abby? Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Father of Learning. But yeah, I love books. I like my main hobby is like all I do is read. Part of it's maybe days where I'm like I'm too tired to stream, and then I'll read like a whole book that night.
Oh, I love it. I love to see it.
It's actually a problem. I get yelled at a lot for buying books.
What good proper reading gremlin doesn't though?
I just like I need another bookshelf, so my books are just starting to pile up. I don't have 1,000 books yet, Abby. Not yet. Yeah. Actually, my goal is to have a library one day.
Wait, hold on. Is there a legal amount to make it a library?
I think it's 1,000 books.
Oh
I think it's the legal amount for it to consider to be a library, if I remember right. I think at that point it's considered a legal library.
Wow. Okay.
So have you read any books recently?
I've been working on the manga series, Those Not So Sweet Boys, and then I still need to get through.
I've never heard of it.
I'm not surprised. What's that other book I've been working on? Oh my god, I'm looking around my room trying to find one of them. I know I started it ages ago, but I'm still working on it. Oh my god. Oh, Mortal Instruments. That's it. There we go.
Oh, okay. I
just have books laying around.
So my problem with Mortal Instruments, okay, I've read the whole series and the one spin-off series, Clockwork Angel and all that.
Okay.
And I read part of like the next series. I can't stand the characters. The world building is so good. The world building is so good. But the characters, the whole back and forth they do, I can't do it. Not anymore. The Clockwork Angel, I can still read that series, The Infernal Devices, which is the spin-off one, which is like a prequel. But I can't stand her. I can't stand those characters. I hate how she writes characters. You actually brought up one of the book series I read as a teenager. I was like, oh, I remember liking that. And reread recently, I was like, I hate these characters. Every single one of them. I can't stand them. I hate them with a burning passion.
From what I've read so far, as teenagers, not too bad, but as people, oh god, please grow up.
What book are you on?
I read the first 3, and then I got, like, cause I watched the movie, the really bad movie, and then I was like, yo, this actually sounds interesting. Starts book 1, immediately different. I'm like, okay, cool.
Oh, it's so different. Did you watch any of the show?
Not yet.
It's so bad. It was so bad. It's like I read the Shannara series when I was like a teenager.
Okay.
And then they made an MTV show about it, which I was like, why is MTV adapting this story? Because it's nothing like MTV would do. And it was so different. They made it such a teenage drama, and it was not like that at all.
Oh no.
It was just a basic fantasy story with like the main character was a teenager, but it wasn't really like a teenage drama. You know what I mean? I was very concerned that MTV got their hands on the rights to it, to say the least. It got canceled after 1 season.
Oh.
Yeah. But I mostly read like really long fantasy series like Wheel of Time and stuff like that nowadays.
I heard that one has a show.
It does. It's an alright show. I don't hate it, but it's not as good as the book. The problem is it's a very hard series. It's hard to adapt long fantasy series. It really is, because it has a lot of slow burns when it comes to things like that.
Mm-hmm.
And you have to like wait for them to kick in, and shows can't do that, so they have to like add action where there shouldn't be action.
Oh yeah.
So, but yeah, I've been reading that, and I've been reading the manga for Vinland Saga off and on a bit, which has been pretty good. I finished Wheel of Time. I don't know why I'm saying reading that. I'm reading so many things. I can't even lie. Like, I start like 3 series. Like, I'm about to start Malazan. I keep saying I'm going to start Malazan, but it's like a 12, 13 book series and ongoing still, I think. And I just don't know. I just need time. And then I've been reading this this series called 1,000 Li. And I'm like book 7 of that, and I needed a break from that. So
Oh God.
sometimes I get in the middle of like long series, and I'll just like take a break and then go back to those long series. So I'm like in the middle of like 3 long series right now. I'm almost caught up to One Piece. I'm like 20 chapters behind now.
Man.
I was caught up, and then I just stopped reading because I was like, okay, I'm a little bit sick of One Piece.
Fool. No, that's completely fair. How many like chapters are there even?
1,000 something now.
So about the same as the anime then. Gosh.
I would say the manga is better than the anime in a lot of ways and pacing wise.
That's fair.
But there were some recent things that got revealed that finally got on the anime, and I thought they did those reveals better than they did in the manga, to be honest.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Well, just because, like, I don't know how to... I'm trying not to spoil One Piece or else I get hit by a mob right now. Just to say that there's some reveals that are done way better in the show, I think. I did not like them in the manga, and then when I watched it in the show, I was like, okay, that's not bad.
No, that's fair.
So what's going on with Final Fantasy 14? Wasn't there just an update or something, or a release of a new thing?
Careful, I might start memeing you here.
Yeah, listen, I don't know. I'm not going to be playing that anytime soon. I have it downloaded, and I still have not been playing it.
Oh my gosh! But it's got that free trial all the way through story.
I know.
mode.
I have the characters. I've tried it. I can't get into it. I just don't got. I don't think I have the attention span for an MMO that it requires me to talk to people.
I mean, you honestly don't. They have a system so that you can go your entire dungeon life without interacting with others outside of trials.
Huh.
And then you have to deal with them for like 5 minutes and then you never see them again. It's pretty great.
So I played a little bit of like RuneScape when I was younger, and I played WoW for a little bit. And I beat the original campaign for ESO.
Okay.
But I haven't really been playing MMOs since then. I don't got the attention span to stick with a game like that. Don't.
That's fair.
Like, I still need to get back into Elden Ring so I can play the DLC, and I just haven't been playing it. Even though I love the game, I just can't get my brain to want to do it. It's crazy.
Nah, sometimes you just gotta wait until later.
Somehow we always wrap back to Final Fantasy 14 when it's Lulu. It's like the only thing she plays other than puzzle games. Which, by the way, I do know you play like Power Wash Sim. That looks like it's a nice, relaxing game. What got you into that?
Ironically, I was watching another streamer and I was just kind of vibing, and they had that as their like the game in the background so that they could just talk to people while vibing. So
Yeah, see, I think if I do that, it's usually something like Resident Evil or something stupid. I don't think I play any like relaxing games. I think the most relaxing thing I played recently is the Nancy Drew games. Or like, and even then I'm like reading visual novels. I'm like, oh yeah, chat can't really participate when I'm reading a whole visual novel because it's just a straight up novel.
I can very much so relate to that. It was a hot minute ago, but I did the first Danganronpa game.
Oh.
And of course, I was voice acting the whole thing too, and I'm just like, this is suffering for me.
I watched
tried doing the second one, but yeah, whew, so many voices.
I watched the anime for that years ago, and then recently I started reading it, and then we just never continued it. We did like, me and Abadabadoo did like a drunk stream on her thing while she was reading it, and I just never continued it. I don't know if I'm ever gonna finish the story. I do think I know what happens because I think I remember the anime now, and I don't think anime was very good, to be honest.
Yeah, the anime, I would say, was not quite as good, but it did the job, if that makes sense.
You know better than me. I've never completed a visual novel. I know I'm in the middle of reading Umineko as well, which is very long.
Visual novels are not kind when it comes to length. Like, they're good, usually, hopefully, but the length of them, they just keep going and going, and then they're like, by the way, alternate routes, I'm still going.
So, part of why I got yelled at for AI Somnium is there's multiple endings and routes until you get the true ending. And I beat one of the endings and said, oh, I beat the game as like a joke. And I kept saying that every time I would be asked to play it again. I'd be like, oh, but I beat it. And then I just kept progressively making Abby more and more mad. By saying, but I beat it already. Except I got an ending.
Yeah. Oh man, some visual novels are so hard. Have you ever tried like a dating one?
So so I don't know. This is gonna. So I did play one years ago, but I don't know if I want to mention it on stream.
Oh no, that's fair. That's fair.
It's a slightly controversial one.
Oh, no problem. No problem. No, there's some of those where it's like, yeah, you can do the normal routes, plus you can do the dating routes, or just the alternate story routes, plus alternate dating routes unlocked from the alternate story routes, and it just goes haywire.
Yeah, I think I would probably want to try one of those on stream sometime.
Oh god.
But I don't know which one I want to try. I know what I'm actually thinking about been playing lately because I own it. Playing that Super Seducer. You know what that is?
No. That sounds wild. What is that?
So it's got such a meme history that like it's supposed to be a serious dating like project like thing where this guy made like a dating coach, like one of those like really cringy guys. Where like he's like a dating coach, and he's like supposed to teach you how to get women and stuff like that. But he ended up making, unironically, one of the funniest games I've ever seen in my life.
Oh no!
It's because you could like say the most outrageous things to these dates,
Oh no!
and he'll just be like, try to give you like advice, and he's just like such a cringy. I don't know how to explain how cringy this is, but it's like if you ever seen one of those like dating coaches or those guys who like those like Playboy guys who are like you can pick up any woman if you follow my guide. It's one of those dudes made a game.
Oh no!
They're supposed to teach you how to pick up women, and it's so funny. It's actually the funniest thing imaginable.
Oh no!
And I want to play it. Yeah, I think you should watch somebody play it if you want to see some people do some absolutely unhinged stuff.
Oh my god!
If you want to see a dude just like randomly, just like the way he talks about and talks to girls is just the most unhinged stuff imaginable. I can't believe it actually he released it like it's a real dating advice thing and not a meme. I can't believe it.
Yeah, I'd have to watch somebody play that. I don't think I could make it through like even a section of the game.
See, the problem is you have to like not take it seriously because the moment you start acknowledging it was a guy's serious advice and this guy seriously like that, you're like, man, this is just sad that he thinks this way.
Yeah.
Oh, it's really sad. But it's unironically one of the funniest things I've ever witnessed in my life. It's like there's no way he takes himself this seriously. Oh.
Oh no.
Have there ever been any of those games where you're like, this is ironically one of the funniest things I've ever seen? Where it's trying to be serious, but it's like the funniest stuff.
I'm not sure. None come to mind.
Yeah, you stick to all those serious puzzle games.
Hey, it's fine. Seriously content, it's fine.
Have you played A Little to the Left? I heard that's good.
I have, yeah. I streamed that a while back. It was pretty good.
Did you move
actually got a DLC that came out recently.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
What's the DLC about? Because I've been thinking about checking the game out just for like something relaxing to do.
Oh yeah, it's pretty relaxing, I'd say, for the game in general. It's actually their second DLC, and they made it more difficult this time and made more complicated puzzles.
I don't even know how complicated the puzzles are. I've never watched somebody play it. I've just heard about the game. I've heard some people get to be like, "Oh, it's actually a hard puzzle game, but relaxing." So
yeah,
is
some
it?
of the puzzles are like right there in your face, and then it's like, but wait, there's an alternate way to solve it, and then you go, oh no, please no.
So when I'm not tired, I really, really like hard puzzles. But when I'm tired, I'm like, just throw an easy puzzle in my face, please. Just let me solve an easy puzzle so my brain can feel good. Give me that
I'd say the
release.
base game's got that like pretty decent chill puzzles, with the occasional one where it's like, I'm sorry, hold on, double check that with me real quick, because that one didn't make as much sense.
You're like, oh, you know what? There's been times where I'm like playing a puzzle game and like the solution is so out there that I'm like, how did you expect me to know this answer?
Yeah. It's like when I was playing the Da Vinci games and I tried to do it, but the game was glitching, so when I was trying to do the thing, I thought it was completely wrong and I couldn't find answers anywhere.
There's Da Vinci games?
Yeah, the House of Da Vinci. I played the
Uh,
first one. Yeah.
is that similar to like those games like The Room? I think it's called Room.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
I think I played that on a phone years ago. I don't know. Escape rooms are really hit or miss for me. Like sometimes I'm just like, this is stupid, and then other times I'm like, oh, this was very fun, and I can't figure out
Oh,
what
yeah.
what the component that makes it fun is. Because escape rooms are all pretty much the same.
Yeah. Yeah. I think if an escape room has a decent rhythm to it, it's nice.
Yeah, you gotta remember that puzzles have rhythms. I always forget like there's like a certain sequence to it's like language. You know, there's like a rhythm to it that makes
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
My
Yeah, it's bad if like let's say we're talking in English now and then I suddenly like bounce off into another language like Spanish or something and we
Yeah,
hit
it
that
changes.
wall,
It
doesn't
changes.
flow anymore.
It changes the complete cadence. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's like puzzle games are like one of the few games where like I just sit down and always play it.
Okay.
Because like I don't know, I have this thing. It's like I can only play rhythm games if I'm in a certain mood, and that's almost
Fair.
never in a mood. And I think I haven't played a racing game other than like maybe Mario Kart once or twice in like 10 years.
Relatable.
I liked racing games when I was younger. I used to love Need for Speed, but I just haven't touched them in years.
Yeah, ironically, when I was a kid, I had the PS1. It was my dad's, and then my mom, she liked racing games, so she got one of those actual steering wheels to hook up to it, and I'd play like
Ooh.
NASCAR and Need for Speed.
Yeah, I used to play a NASCAR game with a steering wheel on like the PS2, I think. And it was just like I'll make another left turn.
Yeah.
It's so fun. NASCAR has no right to be as fun as it is because it's just making left turns.
Right? Like fucking pole position. You ever play that one? That one
No.
was fun.
I don't think I know. I only played the NASCAR. If we're talking about NASCAR, I've only played the NASCAR like NASCAR games.
Oh no.
NASCAR
Pole
branded.
position's even older.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's one of the like OG games where it's just a joystick and like two buttons on it. So
Oh,
it's like
whoa.
a really early one.
I don't think you know what I realized that like old games are really hard for me to play. Like I used to play them all the time, but like going back to something like the original Alone in the Dark, I tried playing that, and it's like a really old DOS game, and like trying to control that, I'm like, oh god, we really have it good now.
Oh yeah, games have come so far. Ironically, I could segue you back into FF with that comment.
Oh my god! Listen, I will play Final Fantasy someday, okay? The problem is that I've tried and like so many people hyped it up for me. I was expecting to like immediately enjoy it the first time. Because it was being so hyped. Like I have no idea why it was so hyped. And then I played it and I was like, this is fine, I guess.
Yeah, with FF, so in the original FF14, they had the game, of course, but then it was so clunky that people went, you know what we're gonna do? Scrap it entirely. And they called it like the meteor, and at the end of the game when it was closing, they had a giant meteor crash on the planet, and then when it came back up, it was 5 years later after the whole meteor happened, and the game was completely revamped. And they
That's
had to
kinda
build
funny.
the original story off of what was already there, the building blocks. So ARR, A Realm Reborn, that's why I got its name. And that part of the story is really slow because they have to redevelop what people may not know already, as well as bring you into this era now that you're 5 years ahead. And there's actually dialogue if you were part of the 1.0 game that changes in ARR and stuff, and it's really cool. But it really starts to hit in post ARR and Heaven's Ward, and that's what lures you in. Is Heaven's Ward.
I know, I realize this, but like getting through that is what's stopping me.
Slow, yeah.
And like this is coming from a guy who reads really long novels. I was so
Right.
bored. I was so bored when I was trying that. I have no idea how people get through it. It's got to be some of the most boring plot making I've ever read. And that I know they're good writers. It's not their fault.
Oh,
But at the same time, it's their fault. Please get me through that quicker. Give me a video that gives me a recap at this point. I'll take an exposition dump. I will. I'll take an exposition dump to jump past that expansion. I will.
Yeah, they've actually reduced the number of quests in the post.
There's no way. They
They did. That's the
reduced
kind of
it?
fudge. Yeah.
Oh, man.
They
I could
reduced
only
it.
imagine how bad that was when it first came out.
I don't know. I
Oh.
liked it.
Hey, you liked it? Listen,
Yeah.
I have a brain that needs immediate reaction now.
Oh, that's fair.
Give me that points going up now. I want to see that stat increase. Give me that dopamine hit now. I don't know. MMOs are really weird for me. It runs into that same thing most live service games run into for me, where it's like they just keep adding on to it and adding on to it and adding on to it. It's like Apex has gotten really bad, and I used to love that game. But they just kept like changing things, and now it's like they have the way they do their the way they do everything, like the battle pass. You used to be able to buy all the legends with one pack, and you have to buy them all individually now. It's so bad. Oh, thank you for the sub, Ack. I appreciate it. Welcome to the cult.
Nice.
Well, welcome back to the cult. What's up?
Hold on, call? Did someone say call?
Yeah, it's my cult.
I don't know. I might have to fight you now. Oh no.
Why? Why? You got a cult?
No, we're anti-cult over here.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
It's
That's
all
okay,
right.
you're
You can't
chill,
win.
yeah.
I look at all those noses
Whoa,
behind you. I can
whoa,
unfreeze them at any point.
Oh,
That's my nose army.
man.
The
Alright,
Great
Rip,
Sniff.
you guys ready?
I'll
They
fight
actually
you
keep trying to
all.
Start cults.
One of us. One of
Nah,
us.
nah, nah,
One
nah.
of us.
Nah, nah, nah,
Join the
nah.
cult. We're anti-cult cult.
Okay.
Hey, wait a minute. That's a
Wait a
cult.
Hey, Lost, what did I say about starting cults? behind
No,
my back?
Ack. You gotta join the nose gang. Sniff. We do a sensory overload attack. Joke's on you. I control the senses of smells.
Oh no!
I make all your noses more potent, so that sensory overload attack works on you. It's like that kid at recess is like, no, wait a minute, I have invincibility.
I've got the power of God and anime on my side.
Oh no, not God in anime. Pulls out his katana. Oh, when did katana become synonymous with the like nerd? Used to be such a noble weapon.
Right?
Since you're a ferret, joke's on you. Your ferret nose is now stronger. Now what?
Oh no.
So why isn't your nose bigger, Lulu? Huh?
What? Why isn't my nose bigger?
Yeah.
Sorry. When you become a vampire and stuff, they make it so you have to become all dainty and stuff, you know?
Wow. So vampires
Yeah.
wouldn't a bigger nose help them so they can smell people's blood and stuff?
No. We gotta blend in as much as possible while still being too pretty to exist, right?
So what?
I don't know, vampire logic or something.
You know what? I always thought that like the whole saying of like garlic was actually vampire propaganda because garlic's a blood thinner, so it's like it makes the blood easier to drink. It's got to be vampire propaganda. Can we confirm or deny this?
Honestly, I like garlic, but it can be overwhelming to my senses if there's too much in one, in one spot because, it just smells really
Take that in. Actually, wait. I was about to say, tell all my cult members, but this might be a double trap to where I'm asking about the trap, but she's still trapping me with that. Oh no. She wants us to eat garlic.
Yeah, I like
It
garlic.
makes our blood thinner.
It adds a nicey spice to the blood and everything. I mean, to meals, yes, rice especially.
To your tea, yes.
Yes, to my tea.
Could you imagine a garlic and tea? That would be absurd.
Just a whole clove pressed in at the bottom.
Oh, you know what? That would be so gross. Just like Earl Grey tea with garlic. Ooh, that's disgusting.
Like a tiny piece, maybe, but like, ugh.
You know what though? I do like. Isn't that like what chai tea is? Like tea with spices or something like that. I've never had chai tea. You love drinking garlic? Oh.
You gotta have chai tea with milk. It's very good.
With milk?
Yeah, that's like the
So
point.
it's
You
like
put, a little bit of
spiced tea
and
with
spices.
milk?
Yeah, it's like
Huh.
mostly milk with everything else added in. It's
Yeah,
great.
humans do drink milk, huh?
Yeah, they do.
I'm trying to like just like thinking about like how milk was discovered, like that we started drinking it.
Oh god.
It's such a weird concept.
It's like, well, baby child likes it. My child liked it. What
That
if?
animal
Hear me
was
out.
making it. What if we drank that animal seems to like it? It's like how do we know things are poisonous? Because somebody ate it.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
that's the only way we know things are poisonous. It's like how do we know things are taste good? Because somebody tried it. So there's like some weird combos you hear sometimes. It's like
Yeah.
how did we discover that? And they're like, oh, somebody tested that.
Mm-hmm.
It's like how do we get here? It's like ketchup and mac and cheese. Somebody had to test that first before
Oh,
people
yeah.
started doing
Yeah.
that.
Dude, I have a friend that puts ketchup on his spaghetti.
What?
Yeah, it's like spaghetti.
Heard of this
with-
meme, but I did
with
not think
lot
this was
of
a thing.
cheese and ketchup. No, yeah, that's how he
What?
eats it.
What
Yeah.
the? No, bad.
He insists it has to be a certain ketchup too. What was it?
Heinz,
or something?
Heinz,
No,
probably.
never
No,
Heinz.
not
I
even,
think
not
it's
Heinz.
Hunt's.
Hunts? What?
No, no,
What?
not Hunt's. What
Just-
is it? Oh
Just,
my God,
just
what is
use
it?
tomato sauce. What are we doing?
Hold on, let me. Oh,
It's not the
French's.
same.
It was
French's?
French's.
What
It
is
was
this?
French's.
No, this is diabolical. This is actually disgusting.
I didn't even know that French's made ketchup. I thought they only made.
They make hot sauce, right? Or something?
I didn't even know that. I know they make mustard, and that's it.
I know there's like, what? I can't. Hold on. I'm trying to think of how this happened.
Yeah,
They had
my
to
friend's like,
tr-
yeah, this is how they fed me as a kid, so that I would eat my spaghetti.
His parents did this to him
Yes.
on purpose?
Yeah.
Oh
I always have to
no.
question his food choices. I'm like, what are you eating today? Stop that. Get out.
That's alright. Like, if you've seen him in chat, Ack, the guy who just subbed to me, some of his food takes on like Twitter is like actually the grossest thing ever.
Oh no.
Yeah, he just posted recently. I can't. Was it recently where he like posted about like boiling pizza?
Stop. No.
So what's the weirdest thing you eat then? I can't think of what the weirdest thing I eat is. Yeah, I can't even think what mine would be.
Oh god.
Because I don't even. The problem might be that we don't consider it weird.
Right? Yeah.
And then somebody else hears it and they're like, "You put ketchup on your spaghetti?" Like that. You know what though? They gotta know that's weird. They gotta know that's weird.
They didn't realize. There's a lot of things they didn't realize, and we're just like, yeah, friend. That's strange. It's okay, buddy. Just stop.
Burnt out. Oh, you do enjoy your burnt Alfredo. That is true.
How do you? Nope. Nope.
The carbon, it adds a different flavor. I do know that there's some people who like the burnt flavor, like the carbon has an actual different flavor.
Like, do you burn the noodles or do you burn the sauce for like
Yes.
brown the sauce?
Yes.
Yes? Oh no.
Yes.
Oh no.
I don't know. Like, I just can't think of anything weird I would eat because it's like thinking of it being weird is it's thick. What do you mean it's
Right?
thick?
Sorry?
What do you mean your Alfredo is thick with 2 C's? I might add.
Oh no.
Yummy, thicker sauce. Once made a mistake of mixing orange juice and chocolate milk together. What the?
Yeah. Yeah. That's
Ugh.
one of those things where it's like I have orange juice and I have milk.
Isn't there
but
a
what?
thing where people would combine like Coke and milk?
Mm-hmm. Like what is it? Pilk? With
Pilk
Pepsi
or
and
something?
milk?
Pepsi and milk. That's what it
Yeah.
was.
There's also like pickle juice and milk and I
What?
think that's the same.
You know what? I think you know what? I'm going to say the logic there is the acidicness of the pickle juice
It could be. Yeah.
would actually like slightly ferment the milk. There might actually be something there to where it's like it adds a different. That's like mixing pickles and cheese or something. Yeah, it adds like a I think it would actually add a different. It's nothing I would do, but I can actually like understand the logic of how you got there. Like I can see the logic where they were like, but wait a minute, what if I? The acid added to the milk actually simulated spoiled milk. Oh, why would you do that then?
Yeah.
Why would you want spoiled milk?
Some people have bad taste buds.
Some people have no taste buds, is what you mean.
True.
Or sense of smell. That stuff would be so nasty to smell.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. What's your least favorite smell?
My least favorite smell? Oh,
Yeah.
God. There's a lot of smells that are bad in life.
A lot of smells that are bad in life.
Yeah, I mean, all you have to do is walk past the right dumpster at the wrong time. You're dead on the floor. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna say a controversial one. Anime con goers.
Mm-hmm. Okay. No, I gotcha. I've heard worse is actually Super Smash Brothers tournaments.
Ooh.
Yeah, I was told that a lot of them have to be stopped and told that they have to shower. They can't participate.
It's like I always wonder like some people that wear like big costumes at conventions or stuff like that, like very bulky costumes. I'm like, that's gotta be like the hottest thing imaginable because most conventions are like the summer.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And like I see people like wearing like big suits of armor and I'm like, you gotta be roasting right now. Like you have to be so hot and sweating so badly.
Wondering how many ice packs are hiding.
Oh, you know, that's gotta be something you gotta do. Cooked asparagus and artichokes is the worst smell. You know what? I can see why you wouldn't like asparagus, but I've never spelled artichokes. I don't think I've had artichokes, or if I had, it's been with
I don't think I
something.
have either.
It's like
I know I've smelled poorly made Brussels sprouts. It smelled so bad. I didn't even
what?
know
How
to
do you
try
mess
it.
up Brussels sprouts? It's like one of the easiest things to make.
I don't know.
Just douse
like,
that
it
in
just
butter
smelled
and
like-
pepper, honestly. Just put it in some butter and add some pepper and it tastes fine. It's Brussels sprouts.
I think my relative boiled them. but I'm not
Boiled
sure.
them? Like, okay, listen.
don't know.
How
It
about I
didn't
think
smell
we just
good.
gotta ban boiling most things. I think
Yeah.
boiling is just like we don't live in the dark ages anymore. You don't need to boil it. It's like
That's true.
it's like some cultures eat beans on toast. I'm not gonna say what cultures, but it's like we don't live in the dark ages anymore. You don't need to eat beans on your toast in the morning. You just don't need to do
It's
it.
not even that weird.
Deviled eggs are so good. I will actually defend deviled eggs. Deviled eggs are delicious.
Yeah, some things definitely call for it. Other things, not so much.
It's like I don't know. It's just like some foods where you're just like, we don't live in the dark ages anymore. You don't have to eat that. You don't have to eat it. We're not in like we have enough food. We have enough food. You can give it up.
Yeah, it blows my mind when I'm learning about like food culture and stuff in other areas of the world, and it's like, yeah, their daily habit for food is just bugs, just different types of bugs, and I'm like, please stop.
There's some Japanese foods where I'm like, it's either like with Japan, it's either that sounds so good and is so good, or it's like that sounds like the worst thing imaginable. Like what is that? Natto? Natto, yeah. Oh my god.
Soybeans.
I watched somebody recently on one of their like subathon. They had that was one of their goals to eat that, and they ate it, and like they almost threw up. It was the funniest thing ever. And he was like, "Yeah, Japanese kids just eat this. They love this stuff.
Yeah, it's a breakfast item.
It's like apparently it's like a treat to them." And I'm like, "A treat? A treat?" Fermented anything, and I guess pickled is fermented, but like. It's just weird to me. I could not eat that. Don't they make it by like burying it in the ground or something? Isn't that how that one of their things are made? I don't know if it's that or something else.
There's something. Well, there's a lot of fermented foods that they have where
I
like they'll
know.
stick it in a jar, put salt on top to make it so that there won't be mold or anything, and then seal it away airtight for like a year or something.
I know there's. I think it's a fish dish in like Sweden or something where they like bury it in the ground. And
Pickled
ferment it
herring.
in the ground. Is that how they make
it?
pickled herring? I know they make
not
something
sure.
by like burying it in the ground, and I'm just like, huh. I don't think I want to eat your food that's rotted in the ground. I just don't, because that's all fermenting is. It's just like rotting, essentially.
Have you ever heard of century eggs?
Oh, I've heard of them. I've never witnessed one in real life.
Not in real life for me, but I was watching a video either earlier today or yesterday, and it looked like black jelly with mold in the middle, and I just looked at it like,
How old?
no,
Like,
no, no,
don't
no,
they?
no, no,
Isn't
no.
that just like putting an egg in a jar or something?
I'm not sure how they do
How do
it.
they make century eggs? I gotta Google this. Hold up.
I just hope they don't leave it for an actual century, because if so, we've had that for a long time, and they should stop.
Okay. But preserving chicken or quail eggs in a mixture of clay, ash, salt, quicklime, and rice hulls for several weeks to several months, depending on processing.
I pass.
Several weeks to several months. Eggs. Huh? That can't be healthy.
No,
That can't be
no,
healthy.
no.
Oh, man. Do you like cooking?
I do, yeah.
Oh, I can't do it. I can't do it.
It's not for everyone.
I just get like, I don't know. I just get like this thing where like I get so bored out of my mind doing it, or like I never get myself up to do it. I don't know. I just can't do it. I can't cook.
No, that's fair.
Do you have anything specifically you like cooking?
Specifically that I like cooking. I actually like baking a lot.
Baking? Yeah,
Yeah.
I think I actually don't hate baking, but it's like I don't get the opportunity to do it a lot. It's more like a science.
No, that's fair. That's part of why I like it, because it is like a science experiment in a way. It's very cool to see how things react to each other.
Yeah, it's like, how did we discover that flour comes together with egg like that?
Right? Like, how many mistakes were made in life that people stumbled on these things?
Yeah, there's got to be a point where somebody was just like, what if I have eggs and I look over and they have their flour? And it's just like, huh, what if I combine the two?
Yeah, I've actually made some interestingly strange things. I watched this, I guess he's mostly a TikToker, B. Dylan Hollis. Have you heard of him?
No, I don't watch TikTok really.
Oh, that's fair. I found him on YouTube, actually, so he also does his stuff there, yeah.
YouTube shorts are interesting to where I don't think they can figure me out. I don't think their algorithm can figure me out on shorts. I don't
think they can figure anybody out, honestly.
because like I get suggested things. I'm like that. I purposely said not to show me that stuff before.
Oh, jeez, I hate that.
And it just keeps showing it to me. Maybe.
But yeah, he does old vintage cookbooks. That's his stick, and he makes stuff from that.
Wait.
and-
I think I've seen something where a guy was like making stuff from World War One cookbooks or World War Two
Yeah,
cookbooks. I
yeah.
think I've seen something like that. I know there was a guy who did like a Great Depression meal where like where it's like the
Yeah.
Dust Bowl. It might be the same guy.
It might be, yeah.
Or it might just
very
be a
high
dude.
Energy.
I watched. What's her blood type?
Money?
Yeah, what's your blood type? Just asking
the-
for a friend.
Mine are the type I like to eat.
Yes.
No. I mean, I'm not too picky. It depends on my mood, you know?
It depends on your mood. What's your blood type?
My blood type, I've never really thought about it. It's hard for people to test that without freaking out, you know?
Oh, it's one of those things. Okay.
Yeah.
Dang. I can offer B plus at best. That's a strangely funny joke. I don't know. I used to watch people eating old rations. I remember that, where like they'd find
God.
rations from like World War One or like some strange Russian rations, and they're always very interesting. Oh yeah, it definitely could make you sick, but it's still fun to watch them open it.
Cheer one, cheer one, cheer one,
Your
cheer
suffering
one,
is
cheer
my
one,
amusement. Good luck.
STEVMRE.
Steve MRE. Is that who I used to? I can't even remember who I used to watch. I used to just watch somebody eat old MREs.
Oh no.
I don't know. My YouTube stuff is really strange. It goes from like watching Markiplier to just people eating strange things. I don't even think I watch Markiplier much anymore. Although I do think he's coming back with like a movie soon.
I think so, hasn't he?
I know he's making an Iron Lug movie. Steve
Oh,
ate
yeah.
160-year-old chocolate. Did he go to the hospital afterwards?
Oh,
That can't be good
Lord.
for you. Like it's gotta have mold or something on it.
Oh yeah, more than that. Like, ooh, I don't want to
If
know
it's
about the
milk
stuff-
chocolate as well, ooh. Ooh.
Suffer.
Iron Lung movie. Yeah, he like broke a record for like amount of blood in a scene or something like that. Markiplier for the movie he's making.
Mhm.
Yeah, his apparently his eyes were actually blood red from like the dyeing his eyes.
Oh God.
Yeah, that's how much blood there was. I don't know. I think I have like mixed feelings about like YouTubers making movies because it's like I remember the old YouTubers making movies. Like the Smosh movie used to be a thing. So I have like mixed feelings where I'm like Markiplier's creative enough, I think it's gonna work, but like I've
Oh,
seen
yeah.
I've seen some stuff.
Yeah, it can honestly go either way.
Yeah. Have you played a horror game like Iron Lung?
No, I don't think so.
You haven't played any horror
I'm
games?
very bad with spooky, I'll be honest.
What
Somebody
ho-
tried getting me that, like, don't touch my spaghetti game or
What?
whatever.
I
where
don't
it's
know
like,
what you're talking about.
yeah, it's this game where, like, you're just supposed to be smacking a plate of spaghetti, but then this guy comes out of nowhere and he's, like, really creepy and he screams at you and he's like, don't touch my spaghetti! And
I know
he's
that
trying
was
to,
a
like, kill
meme.
you.
They probably
Oh,
made
yeah,
it from
it's
a
whole
meme.
game.
Oh, so that's like, have you played any horror games?
I can't think of the last one I might have
Ooh.
played. Oh, wait, no, I did, Mortuary Assistant.
Oh, you played Mortuary Assistant? I still haven't played it. I
I
think that's
did,
one of
yeah.
those games I would like watching people.
That's
But,
fair,
like,
yeah.
Like some horror things, it just gets tedious, I think is my biggest problem is. Like
Mhm.
something like, what's that called? Oh, I'm trying to remember what it's called. I can't, now I'm not going to remember it because it's important to the conversation.
Isn't that always the way?
It's the one where like you wander around that house. That narrows it down, I know.
Oh, the one with the camera?
That's Madison, I think, is what you're talking about. But it's the one like that.
Okay, there's a few like that.
Ah,
The Visage?
Visage, yes, that's what I was thinking of.
Gotcha.
That Visage is like, it's such a good horror game, and I love watching people play it.
I don't think I could
But
play it,
I
though.
think it's not even about it being scary for me. That's what the problem is. It's about it being tedious.
That's fair.
Just some horror things just get too tedious. Although I can't play horror games where I can't fight back at all. Like if I have no right to fight back, I kind of get mad. I'm not gonna lie. Like Outlast made me a little bit mad because I'm like, I would be punching this dude in the face if he tried grabbing me like this, not just screaming. Or like Amnesia, I could not play Amnesia.
That's fair, yeah. You like either want to like fight back, and if you can't, you start screaming at the game, like, "Okay, I'm fighting you now, game. I don't know how, but I'm winning, damn it."
Like I can play a game where it's like I have the choice. I think I want the choice to be able to fight back or run. I think is what my thing is. I want a choice. I don't want it to be chosen for me.
Yeah. Would you play something like Dead by Daylight then, where
I-
you can't really fight back, but you can also stall them?
So I've played it and I've liked it a little bit, but I think playing as the killer is way more fun than playing as the person.
For sure.
But there's some people who are like, I really like playing as a survivor. I'm like, you like fixing generators and running, okay? That's what you like doing. Just become a generator repairman at this point.
Yeah. I mean, when I started playing it back in the day, yeah, I was only a survivor. I couldn't figure out how killer worked at all. And then
What?
they came up with I couldn't figure it out at all. And then they came out with Legion. And then I suddenly clicked with killer and I went, this one. I'm gonna play this one all the time.
I like Pyramid Head a lot.
Oh god.
Pyramid Head's fun to play as. But I also
haven't played that one.
I do not play Dead by Daylight very often.
That's fair.
It's a very hit or miss game. I don't know. I think it's overhyped.
Yeah, honestly.
there's games where I'm like, okay, I get why it's big, but it's also overhyped. Like I really liked Lethal Company, but I thought it was also overhyped at the same time.
Yeah. It's fun with friends for sure, but
Yeah.
it was a little focused on, I guess.
Yeah, there's like this trend of multiplayer horror games, and I'm like, that's fun and all, but like, it's also less scary when you're with your friends.
I mean, why though? It gets more people into the horror games.
Yes, I'm happy more people are getting into horror games, but also I want people to be generally scared by something like a slow build. I don't think we have enough slow build horror in horror games right now. It's all gone to like the jump scary route. I think Five Nights at Freddy's is majorly to blame for that for a while. It's gotten a bit better. We were getting back into like indie horror games being a bit more slow burns, but there was a while there where it was like everything was a jump scare, and I was like, okay, I get it.
I mean, now that I think about it, the only other, I think, spooky game that I play is Phasmophobia. But I could only ever play that with my friends.
So I played that a few times. I played it once in VR, and it made me so motion sick. It's the one game. It's the one game I still can't play in VR because like I've gotten used to the motion sickness in VR. Like it doesn't bother me anymore.
Yeah.
But for some reason, Phasmophobia is like, no, you're going to almost throw up if you play this game for 20 minutes.
I think it's just because of how poorly optimized it is at times.
Oh, I don't know. It's just like such a. I think it's because the graphics are so bad in VR. Because I think for VR not to give me motion sickness, the graphics have to be like believable.
Fair.
I think that might be what's going on. I don't know for sure though, because I'm not an expert on motion sickness. I did not get it until VR, and then even VR, I got used to it for the most part.
Mm-hmm.
But you get motion sick from a lot of games. You can't play like first-person shooters and stuff.
I don't know about first-person shooters. I haven't really tried that one too much, but there's definitely like, well, I mean, if you count, Brain. Can you remember words? Power Wash Simulator. There we go.
Power Wash
Simulator. Like that, then yeah. I don't know why. Some games just set it off. Like that one and Escape Simulator. I love both games, but both of them have a chance of making me sick.
Is it because it's first person?
Like,
It's like your brain thinks you're moving, but your body isn't. That's what the motion sickness causes. So. It might be the first person stuff. I don't know.
I wish I could try it in third person just to see if it would work better.
The only problem I have with FPSs now is like getting used to mouse and keyboard on PC.
Oh. Okay.
Because I played with controller for like my whole life with a PlayStation controller.
Fair.
So like I didn't even play games like I didn't play any Xbox games either growing up. So I had to get used to the Xbox controller when I got an Xbox controller because I played PlayStation. Yeah. Which reminds me, I actually got the Halo Mastery Collection recently. I was thinking about playing through all the Halo games on stream actually. Experiencing the story because I hear the story is very good for Halo actually.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hear it's a very popular game series.
It is. There's even books made out of it. And they made a really bad TV show apparently.
Oh no.
Yeah. But I've only ever played that. I think I played that once or twice multiplayer, but I don't know. I want to experience the story. It'll be fun. That and like also I'm thinking of playing Shadow of the Colossus soon. That should be fun.
Oh, I can't remember which one of that series I played. I think it was the second one.
It's Ico, then Shadow Colossus, I think is how it goes. And then there's a third one with a giant bird or something. I think that's a series. I don't know. I can't remember.
Maybe I played Shadow then. Let me look it up.
Shadow Colossus, you gotta fight like multiple giant enemies in order to resurrect your girlfriend. I don't know the story. I've only ever watched part of it. I watched Jacksepticeye play part of it and then said I'll play that one day. And then never played it.
Right. Let's see.
Last Guardian.
Oh, Last Guardian.
That's what my brain just remembered it probably just as you looked at it. I could see the poster for the game with like the giant bird thing in my brain, but I was like, what's the name above that on the game? It was like blurred in my brain. I couldn't. Oh, that reminds me. Can you picture an apple?
Yeah.
You can see the apple? How clear is the apple in your brain?
Moderately. I just saw one like yesterday.
Oh man, that's crazy. There's people who can't picture things in their brain. Like they can't see a picture in their brain. And I always find it interesting how people like do that. Because I don't even know how that information would process.
Yeah. I don't know. I guess it's just so instant for them that they don't really have the moment to process the picture. They just go, yes, this is the information. Okay, bye.
So how much information can your brain do? Because some people can like almost like simulate like sounds in their mind or like eating things like that.
Oh.
Like you can taste it kinda. You could imagine how something would taste. Kinda.
Sometimes, especially if I've had it recently. If it's been a while, it might take me a bit.
Aphantasia? That's what it's called? I can't remember if that's how it's pronounced. You can't simulate sound? Skill issue.
No. Oh no.
You can't simulate sound? Like you can't make different voices in your head? I can have Morgan Freeman talk to me.
I do all that very much so to the point that it's a problem.
So
like I'll be playing a game or reading a book and I'm just like, well, I gotta voice act this in my head.
You make different voices for characters in your head. I do the same exact thing. It's like I also like visualize characters, and then when they actually like release official art of that character, I'm like, that's not how they look. Like,
You get a picture from the description, and then you look, and the actor looks nothing like them.
yeah,
and
you're like,
stop!
you're like, wait a minute, that's got all the pieces of what you said was there, but that's not what I imagined. That's not my imaginary friend right there.
Right?
Or like an actor playing a character eventually becomes that character in your brain, even if you're reading a book about them.
Oh, yeah.
Which
Like,
I'm surprised that hasn't happened to me with Percy Jackson with the new show.
fair.
I have not had that problem where they replace the characters.
That's good, though.
Yeah.
And it blows my mind, because I know at least one character that completely different ethnicity for the
Oh,
actress. but
you're
it's
talking about
because she did
Annabeth.
really well. Yeah.
Yeah, I think, I don't know. I remember people were mad about that. Big L. Big issue.
I mean, yeah, it's the same thing, though, right? You grow up with it being one way.
Yeah.
And completely throw it out the window. So I
It's
get
like-
it, but...
It's like when they recast superheroes nowadays, people get really mad about it.
Oh, yeah. It's like, oh no, the actor has a life? That sucks. Go back to acting my character. Thank
Yeah,
you.
I don't understand it. It's like they didn't get the same actor for the second season of the show. Oh no, the show's gonna be bad now. It's like, okay, it could
Right,
be.
yeah.
It's like people got mad about the Witcher thing, which I think makes more sense to be mad about because why Henry Cavill left it. Then
Yeah.
so I think there's like different circumstances where it makes sense. Also, that show was kind of bad, to be honest.
I've never played Witcher, so to me it was a decent show.
So the first
Very funny.
season I thought was really good, but I just for some reason was not vibing with the second season.
That's fair. That's
I don't think I liked the pacing.
fair. I think they said they started to like free write the third and fourth ones. but I'm not sure.
What? That's crazy. Don't do
Yeah.
that, especially when there's that much source material. Just like follow the source
Well, I
material.
mean, like, not like completely make new things per se. I haven't played the game, so I'm not sure. But rather,
Well, the game's not even the original source material.
like rewrote it a little bit so that it flows better with how they're doing it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but the game's not even the original source material. There were books first.
Oh, well, there you go.
Yeah, but I have the first book. I have not read it. It's one of those series I'm afraid to get into because I think the translations, I've heard mixed feelings about how it's translated.
Oh,
Because it's like, oh, what is it, Norway? I can't even remember what country it's originated from, but it's got a different language that they translate it from. I heard some of the humor doesn't translate well or something.
fair, very fair.
Yeah, which is like, maybe if I got used to that type of humor, like I think I'm used to Japanese humor from the years of experiencing anime. It's like I can kind of understand that.
Oh.
But I can understand how somebody who has like not experienced Japanese humor would be like, that's kind of weird.
Unfortunately, the humor that's in anime isn't necessarily.
I'm talking about like
the same.
anime
It's, like,
Japanese.
typical
Yeah, I know.
Japanese
I know
humor.
what you're talking about, but I'm talking about like anime humor, like that type of Japanese humor.
Yeah, we get used to that, but like, I'm gonna wrap around to 14 again. Get wrecked. They have this entire quest series called the Hildebrand series, and the entire point is just Japanese humor at its craziest. Like, if you've ever seen any of their like shows, their like game shows, full on insanity.
Oh, I
You
love
don't
those.
understand
I love their
at all.
game shows. I
They're
love their game. You ever watch the original Silent Library?
I don't even know what Silent Library is.
So
What's
it's this thing where a bunch of people have to be quiet, but they keep doing things like causing them pain or like doing something really funny so
no.
that they make noise. It's so funny. Absolutely absurd. I loved it. They made like an MTV show out of it or something. I can't remember, but I think there's an
really?
original Japanese version. I don't know. Japanese game shows are their own like little world. I love them.
Oh yeah.
I love Japanese game shows. I've seen Japanese stand up a few times. It's a little bit different. It's like a type of Japanese stand up. I can't remember the name of it, but it was very interesting.
Fair.
Like wore a
Yeah, they got the,
kimono
like,
or
little-
something.
Yeah. I forget. There
It's
was
got
a
a
whole anime based on it too.
It's got like a special name for the type of stand up it is because it's not even technically stand up, but that's like the closest thing I can say to what it is.
I don't think it's slapstick either, is it?
No, it's like I can't even remember. It's weird.
What's that anime called? Let my help.
Have you watched like March Comes In Like a Lion? That was a very good anime. I just remembered it for no
have not.
reason. So it's got like the main character plays shogi, or like Hikaru no Go is also a very good one where like he plays a board game.
Yeah, some of the game ones are insane.
Oh, they're so good
Oh
though.
god. They are. Like I like sports like moderately. If the game happens to be on, I'll be like, "Okay, very nice. Cool. I'm not really paying attention." But if it's like an anime sports like sports anime, I will look at it, stare at it, and get so hyped. You won't believe I'm the same person. I'm just like, okay, well,
Have
now
you
I relate to regular sports folk.
So what sports anime have you watched? Like I really like ones
Oh.
like Yorameshi Pedal or like what is it called? What's that one with a volleyball one called?
Yeah, I love Haikyuu.
Haikyuu, yeah. Haiku's very good.
I'm hyped for that one. That one's so great.
I really
need to finish Kuroko no Basket as well. That one
that was the one where he's like kind of hidden on the court, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm watching. I tried rewatching that basketball one from years ago. Not basketball. Well, I did try watching Slam Dunk, but I'm talking about. I meant boxing one from years ago. What's it called? Trying to remember it. It was like 80s or something.
God.
80s or 90s anime. Fruit
Yeah,
Baskets
that's
are
an
your
old-
favorite sports anime? I don't think I've. What is there sports in Fruits Basket?
I mean, they play it in the school gym, I guess.
I don't think I. You know what? I have a confession. I've never finished that show. I've only watched like part of the first episode.
Okay, listen here. That one was actually a wonderful series, and then they turned around and went, you know what's better? The manga. We're gonna make a new anime with upgraded graphics and everything and go through the manga 1-to-1. And I need to watch that because I hear it was done wonderfully. They made 2 whole seasons plus. of
That's
it.
why they made Brotherhood, from an Alchemist Brotherhood, so they can follow the manga.
I love that.
Because the original Fullmetal Alchemist was going on during the manga, and then they got to a point where they
Yeah.
just like started making the show its own plot.
Mhm.
And so it
Yeah.
like completely diverges at a certain point where you're just like, well, that's a completely different story.
Yeah.
But both of them are so good. I can't believe they did 2 good stories out of the same source. I can't believe it.
Yeah, that's amazing. I kind of like how Fairy Tail did it, where they paused it and they were like, "We're pausing the series so that the manga can catch up, and then we'll give it to you."
I think I got to like the Dragon War. I don't know. Fairy Tales, I don't know how I feel about Fairy Tail anymore. Dude, that's younger me, I'd be like one of the best anime, but nowadays I'm like,
Oh, yeah.
Fairy Tail. It's something. It's like Bleach is still cool. I love Bleach. Bleach has
Oh,
like some of the
yeah.
best music, has some of the
Oh,
biggest
yeah.
drip in any anime.
Mm-hmm.
Just Ichigo's drip is insane.
That one lives in my brain, honestly.
Oh, I haven't watched a new Bleach, to be honest. I haven't watched a new series.
I haven't either. I
It's
need
like
to finish up like the first one that was over 300 episodes because I watched up until like a super pivotal point and thought that was the end, and then I went back a couple years later and was like, wait. Why are there like 2 more seasons of the afterwards? Oh, so I have to go
So
watch
I watched all of it, and I have to say it could have done with like a lot less filler.
I like some of the filler. I'm weird like that.
I don't know. I like there's some of the filler in like Naruto I liked, but I don't, otherwise filler is like really hit or miss with me.
It honestly depends on the filler, I feel. Like, if it's giving me random background lore, I'm all for it. I love that shit. If it's giving me views from other characters, cool. If it's just them doing, like, random hijinks, it's a hit or a miss.
Yeah.
Like, in the original Naruto, where they were trying to figure out Kakashi's face.
The
looks
mask
like,
episode where they
Yeah.
imagined the giant lips. That was some of the funniest stuff. I love
looks so
Naruto.
ridiculous, but it lives in your head and it makes you giggle, just like the blimp lip.
Do you
and
remember
then
was it Shippuden that had the Mecha Naruto? Or was it
Oh, God, I
original?
don't
I
remember.
can't remember. I don't
It's
know.
probably Shippuden. That
Some of
would
my-
explain some of the games.
If we're talking about like older animes I really like Cowboy Bebop, Samurai Champloo, Yu Yu Hakusho, all really good.
Yeah, I need to finish those, not gonna lie.
You know what? Listen, I don't know. It might be a vibes thing, but Cowboy Bebop's vibe is so good. It's so good. Like the
Oh,
whole
no, for
music and
sure.
space, and then Samurai Champloo combining samurai and rap should not work as well as it does. It really shouldn't. I think it's the same creator who made those two, and it's like the
Oh.
music for both of them are so good. Like, I love them.
Yeah, some anime just blows you out of the park.
What is Yu Yu Hakusho even about? It keeps playing the poor poor
Yeah.
middle schooler dies. So how do I explain the plot of Yu Yu Hakusho? The main character dies, he becomes a spirit detective and gets brought back to life, and then he has to hunt demons. That's the beginning. That's all I'm gonna say. It gets
Yeah.
way more complicated than that, but that's the
like
most simple.
Episode 1 or 2.
Yeah, that's as simple as you can get with that plot. Otherwise, because then like, oh, by the time you get to the tournament arc, it's completely different.
Yeah, my friend had like started to show it to me, and then we just kind of forgot about it. So now I have to go watch it on my own at some point.
I watched the whole thing when it was airing on Toonami.
Oh my god, dedication.
It's like I watched Avatar: The Last Airbender when it was on Nickelodeon.
Oh yeah.
I've seen every
You get home
episode
from
of that.
School or whatever, it happens to be on TV.
I love when
I
I'm-
can sit in front of the telly for a bit.
I love as a 10-year-old I got to learn what genocide was. That was pretty cool.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I love Avatar: The Last Airbender though. It's so good. I'm glad they don't treat children like a stupid, like the original Teen Titans. You just got to treat kids like they're not stupid. That's all you got to
Exactly.
do. But then nowadays it feels like they kind of treat kids like they can't figure things out on their own. It's really sad.
What's sadder is that they might be onto something. I've heard that 7th graders nowadays can't read or write above a 3rd grade level.
That's what?
It's terrifying. I don't know what happened except technology, but I'm scared.
I think it's just people not like reading books to their kids anymore, maybe.
Oh, could be.
Because like how I learned to read is like my family used to like read like The Shining and stuff like on
I'm
like
sorry.
The Power to Go Out, and like they read like horror books, or like I read like Harry Potter when I was younger and stuff like that. But nowadays kids are just like I got TikTok, I guess.
Yeah. I think I figured out why you like spooky stuff. Damn.
Listen, The Shining is a good book. Stephen King is really hit or miss for me nowadays though. Cause like he's such a good writer, but I feel like he just like nobody tells him no sometimes.
Oh, for sure. He's too famous. They're like, okay, you're a visionary. Woo!
Like there's some books of his on like they're very good books, but it's like there's scenes where I'm like that made me not comfortable reading this, which I get is the point, but it's like
Yeah.
dang, like there's some scenes in it where I'm just like I did not enjoy that.
Fair. Yeah, I accidentally stumbled on onto some of the movies for Stephen King as a kid. Like they would just be on in the
Oh,
background.
his
and it
movies are
creeped me
so
out.
they make some good
So-
movies. The Shining, he actually hates the movie for The Shining because it doesn't adapt it and it makes some of the characters different than what he intended.
Yeah.
But I think The Shining is one of the best horror movies ever made. Stanley Kubrick was
I-
on to something.
Is she the main female actress?
Stanley Kubrick was the director. You're thinking of
Not him. Yeah, I thought you mentioned the name for the main actress. My bad.
no, the main actress she only did like 2 movies or something like that. I think she stopped making movies. I don't know.
betting The Shining is the reason why. Do you know what they made her do on that?
Oh yeah, they the working conditions were definitely abhorrent.
Oh yeah.
I'm not defending that, but the movie was really good.
Fair enough.
It's like watching The Wizard of Oz. You're like, oh man, the conditions are pretty abhorrent on that movie, but the movie's really good. Everybody got lead.
Industry standards have gone up, to say the least.
I'm glad nobody gets lead poisoning on a regular anymore.
Yeah.
Or like asbestos as snow. That's pretty great.
Yeah.
It's pretty
I don't know why
cool.
they didn't just think, hey, let's just make fake snow. Like what
So they used to think asbestos was safe.
well, yeah, but I mean, like, you could, you know how many people buy notebooks or how many notebooks are made and not used like every year? Just take one of those notebooks, cut it up, and there you go, fake snow, easy.
Yeah, but
Probably would have been cheaper too.
but asbestos used to be safe. It was in your home. You don't understand. I could eat that. It was safe. It's delicious.
God.
It's like that paint that chips off my wall. It's delicious.
No.
You don't
God,
eat
that
your
makes me think of those ceilings.
what?
Those ceilings where they got like,
Oh, the
weird
popcorn
visible-
ceilings. The
Yeah,
popcorn
yeah.
ceilings. Yo, those are safe to eat as
God.
well. You should eat those, children. Don't eat those, children. This is a PSA. Do not do what I say.
God, there's some crazy things in life.
It's just crazy that we got to the point where I have to tell children not to eat a popcorn ceiling.
Yeah. Yeah.
uh,
Yeah.
I'm trying to think.
Huh?
Nothing. Go on.
I was gonna say, and then there's those silly things that you think are okie dokie, and then you learned that they weren't okie dokie the whole time. Because it's very much like that, but then this gets to, like, you know, instant ramen noodles.
You're talking about the carcinogens that are in those?
Yeah, don't microwave it. What do you mean? There's instructions to microwave it. Oh, shit, too late.
It's like they used to prescribe cigarettes.
Right? Right? Oh, God.
You gotta smoke at least a pack a day.
Yeah, it's only been like what 2-3 decades since then.
It's
too?
good. It's
Maybe
good for your
more?
blood pressure.
Yeah, yeah.
Because it actually is. It's not a joke. It is good for the blood pressure and stuff.
Unfortunately, the bads are a little too bad.
but then you look at it and you're like, but what are the side effects? And it's like, oh, lung cancer. Oh man, that's
This
a doozy by
long
itself.
list that's in teeny tiny print, so you can't read it anyway.
It's like I worry about people who started vaping because they're like, it's safer, but I'm like, it's not that much safer. It's got its own problems. I love drinking lead. It makes my bones strong. That's right.
Hey, wait a minute.
That's right. I'll be like Wolverine if I drink enough metals. Give me them claws. I want to be like Wolverine. He's cool. He has metal bones. That means I can get it somehow.
He is
They
pretty
say
cool, though.
I just gotta combine milk and lead together.
Ew.
Mmm. Heavy metals. Delicious.
Heavy milk alchemist.
Heavy milk alchemist. Oh no. Full metal milk. I mean, there is a guy in a suit of armor. Well, there's a guy who is a suit of armor. Let's be real. Child who's a suit of armor. Let's be more real about this.
It's fine. It's fine. Why did they have that in the house anyway?
So their dad, it was their dad's alchemy room.
Oh,
And he was a state alchemist, and like really old too, actually. But it's a whole other story.
Really old. You know, he's just got stuff from the ages. You know, he
Yeah.
was a knight at some point.
Maybe, I don't know. But yeah, Fullmetal Alchemist, 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10 anime, 10 out of 10 manga, 10 out of 10. I love it.
Yeah, I need to finish that at some point.
You should finish Brotherhood. It's very good. It's also paced differently than the original show, so it goes through quicker.
Okay.
And Brotherhood's only like, how many episodes is Brotherhood? It's like 64 or something like that.
Yeah, for a long series, it wasn't very long. I'm looking at you, Naruto. Fucking One Piece.
Oh, yeah. Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood has one season. And it has... Why is it so hard to find this stuff now? Google's like, you want to watch it here, 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 or here?
Just
It has
go
64
ahead.
episodes.
Here. I will send you your new anime friend.
My new anime friend?
Yeah. I've been using this website for years. It's called My
Oh,
Anime List.
shut up! Shut up! I can't believe you were just like new anime, and I'm like, what are we talking about here? You sent me My Anime List, the oldest website known to man. I can't believe this. I used that when I was like 10. I don't want to get into this.
It can search absolutely everything. I swear, they keep way too on top of things. I love them for it.
Full Metal Panic and no, Full Metal Panic's not a sequel to Full Metal Alchemist. Shut up. I watched it.
Wow.
I watched all of Full Metal Panic and the joke series they made afterwards, like the comedy one. Very good. The comedy one was actually pretty funny. I actually had a good laugh about that.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, it was actually fairly funny. Granted, I was a child. May not be funny now. Take that with a grain of sand. I was a wee little nose.
Aww.
I don't know. I've been watching anime too long. I've watched so many that it's like, people ask me to make a list, and I'm like, that would be a long list. I don't really know where I'd start. Because I used to just watch anime to watch anime. It wouldn't even be good anime. It'd just be like whatever I can find.
Yeah.
Oh no, I just got Tyrant Booty in my chat.
Oh no.
From Resident Evil. The prequel to Fullmetal Alchemist, Strawberry Panic. I've never heard of Strawberry Panic. I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is.
Old. That's what.
How old? What are we talking about? What kind of
Oh,
anime is it?
God. I haven't heard that in many years. I'd have to look. Let me see. Strawberry Panic.
I love the click clack ASMR.
Oh yeah, my keyboard go burr. What year
Keyboard go
was
burr.
this? 2006. Like
Oh,
I said, old.
there's so many animes where people are like, "That's that old." I'm like, "No, it's not." It's like talking about Harmy series of Maya. I did not realize how old that anime was.
Yeah.
Like,
Dude.
no, the PS2 isn't a retro console. What are we talking about? I remember it.
Yeah,
not retro.
Inuyasha with its OG series, 167 episodes, and it didn't even start airing until 2000.
Inuyasha, Kagame, Inuyasha.
That was
Kagame.
from 2000 and 2004, and honestly, the anime style they went with was pretty great.
It
for
aged
that
really
time.
well. I think
Oh,
drawn
yeah.
anime, like you watch something like what is that called? Sorcerer's Killer Orphan, I think is what it's called. Orphan. The anime style for that and Slayers, I think, aged really well. Like
Oh,
the hand drawn style, very
Yeah.
nice. I don't know. It's something about like old '90s anime that like sometimes just has
I
like
love the
old
style.
'90s fantasy anime as well, where it's like really quiet and they just let the scene and the drawings speak for itself. Has such a
Oh,
vibe
yeah.
to it. I don't know how to explain it to people. I'm like, anime's just not the same. It doesn't have the same vibe.
And nowadays,
It's-
more is like, hey, you know what? Everybody likes that TikTok and that YouTube, and they got short attention spans. Let's make it so they're talking constantly and they can't keep up with subtitles.
I think they're also like too perfect. Like they're drawn to like their animation's too well done. Like there's some anime where you're like, okay, I'm glad this looks good because it's beautiful. Like Feirin has a lot of
Oh,
scenes
yeah.
where like they let it drag out. But there's other animes where it's like it's too clean. The lines are too clean. There's like no personality to them. Like the average anime just looks the same as another anime now, and it's kind of sad.
I was watching some modern day ones, and it would look really nice, and I'd be happy with it, and then out of nowhere there'd be like 3D in the background, and I'm like, stop! Right
Chainsaw
now.
Man's fight scenes. The fight scenes in Chainsaw Man were to go from a 2D anime to the 3D fight scenes.
Yeah, it's I couldn't stand it in the fucking Pokemon movies when it was like Destiny Deoxys. I don't want it here.
If we're talking about the Pokemon movies, the first movie's still the saddest movie imaginable.
Yeah.
That scene with Pikachu still gets me to this day. I'm a
God,
grown
God.
nose, and I still would cry to this day from that scene.
Yeah. I still don't like that they remade it.
They remade it. I did not know they. I honestly
they
stopped following Pokemon until I heard Ash was leaving and becoming a champion. I was like, oh, my boy Ash is finally doing it. He's finally the doctors no longer hate him. He's dying. He's going now
Yeah.
to be 10.
Yeah,
Doctor-
they finally made it so he could turn 11 after over a decade.
Doctors
Finally.
hate this child. He stays 10 forever.
Right. His whole journey lasted only a year. Liars. Liars.
There's no way. He traveled the world. I want to reiterate this. He traveled the
Yeah.
world in a year. No.
Yeah.
No. It
Yeah,
meant
what
like
is it?
hundreds of people. I
Right?
refuse.
What
I
is it,
refuse.
100, around the world in 80 days or some shit.
How many episodes are they? They can't even say it was a day an episode because that's more than a year.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
There's like thousands of episodes, isn't there?
There are, yeah.
He experienced Christmas at least 3 times. That's what I'm saying.
True.
What is a Pokemon year like? What is
it?
what is the Pokemon year? I need the Pokemon calendar so I know how long their year is.
Right.
Because it's not that.
Not at all, no.
I love Pokemon.
Yeah.
I used to play the games, but then I just stopped. I don't know what happened.
Yeah. They changed. The recipe for them changed. They got different. Some of them too easy, some of them just weird.
I played Sword recently, like when it came out, and I thought it was the
Okay.
easiest thing imaginable, and I got so bored after beating it once.
Yeah.
Because it felt like I just sped through it. Like, you didn't even have to think. You just threw Pokemon at them and it would work.
Yeah, yeah. Combos who? Teams who?
Okay, so what I do is I take this attack because it does damage, and I just replace this buff or this debuff with the thing that does damage because number go up.
Oh yeah, pretty much.
That's how you do it. Numbers go up.
Yeah.
That's how you play an RPG as well. You just put everything into strength, right? You just become strong.
That'll work. Yeah.
That's how you play a Souls game. Put everything into strength and just bonk.
Oh lordy.
You got to get that bonk build going.
Some games are different, man.
Hold up. All right. So we got your least favorite smell, your favorite smell. How much do you spend on video games a month? Huh?
Oh. Not that much, actually, to be honest.
Yeah, most people don't. They just get everything on sale nowadays.
Oh, yeah. I mean, the worst I do is my FF subscription, but, like, I also do that in, like, 6 months chunks, so it sounds a lot worse than it could be. But I'm still saving a couple bucks overall by doing it that way, so, I mean, I'll take the little wins, right?
What's your favorite Toho character? Do you even know what Toho is?
I do know what Toho is.
Oh, you know what Toho is?
Yeah, I can't say I really know the characters, but I like the one girl, I think it's the Vampire Sisters, the one with the blonde where she's got those, like, crystal wings. Those are cool. And then the blue-haired one, I think, is her sister or something. Their designs have always been cool for me.
I played Toho for, like, the first time, like, was it last week or the week before? Not even that long ago. Flandre and Remelia? Okay. I guess that's their names.
Flandre is the blonde, right?
Abby is a Toho expert.
Gotcha.
She yelled at me to play it. I don't know.
Let's make sure you're cultured.
It's a bullet hell, so that's like I was like, okay, this is intimidating to me. I don't play bullet hells.
Oh yeah, they knock you right out of your element.
But it's alright. I got a little bit used to it. I would say Toho is my hobby, but games you stream aren't hobbies. Oh my god, shut up. Shut up. I was talking about hobbies outside of streaming, okay? like music or something. Chill.
Oh, yeah. I'm thoroughly addicted to music, not gonna lie.
I listen to a lot of like pop punk lately. Like I've been listening to this band called Stand Atlantic a lot. They're like an Australian pop punk band. They're pretty good.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll have to look them up.
Yeah, they're really good. I like some of their early albums. Their newest album was interesting. And I had songs I really liked and the songs I was like, huh, that was a sound. So, I don't know how to suggest it. I also listened to, like, my favorite band for a long time was Rise Against. If you ever heard them.
I've heard of them.
Yeah, they were my favorite band for a while. Them, and then I listened to a lot of metal. Like Metallica, like old 80s Metallica is very good.
Oh yeah.
Or like Black Sabbath. Oh, Ride the Lightning. Ooh.
Some of the others around there, yeah.
Nothing hits as well as the opening to Ride the Lightning. It's such a good song.
Yeah. Yeah, fucking Justice for All and Master of Puppets. I think those are my 3 favorites from Metallica.
Yeah, definitely.
Like the albums, yeah.
I think their last, they made an album not that long ago that wasn't too bad. I can't remember the name of it though. Had like Fire or something. I don't know. Metallica's I went to a concert for them before. Very good live. Yeah. I can't say where. But the venue is very cool.
That's the best though.
I brought them to the void. I can't say how I did it.
Magic.
No, you know what? Sometimes bringing people to the void harms them. They apparently go insane or something. I don't know.
No. They're just freak accidents. I swear. Totally.
Yeah, totally.
I'll be fine after this, right?
Have you drank your milk? Your lead
Tier
milk?
100, the final question of the day for you. What is the name
I
of the
drank my
rat
blood,
from
though.
Ratatouille?
Well, not my blood, but you know, the blood I drink.
Abby said her final question is, what is the name of the rat from Ratatouille?
Remy.
Oh, snap. I thought his name was Ratatouille.
No.
I'm just kidding. What's your favorite Disney movie, huh? You Disney.
Oh, stop. There's too many. There are far too many.
She's cultured.
Thank you.
My favorite mecha movie is Ratatouille.
It's not completely off base. Oh man, we're just back on the flesh mechas. That's all.
Oh, like Attack on Titan. Which, by the way, I think I have a really, really hot take about Attack on Titan. I have a really, really hot take about Attack on Titan.
Go for it.
It's not good.
I think it's an interesting concept, but they may not have executed it fully. I haven't seen all of them, so I don't know.
Yeah, I can't. It was not good. I did really. You know what? I'm gonna say my favorite Disney movie was Aladdin. How about that?
Oh, that is an excellent choice.
Or
honestly.
Hercules. Those are very close.
Mm-hmm.
But I also
wish Hercules was accurate to the story.
I can tell you my least favorite Disney movie because I think it's so messed up they made a movie out of it. Well, two of them actually, because isn't Anastasia one of them?
That is not Disney.
No, it's not Disney. Okay, that's a messed up movie that they made a movie because of the
I
whole
love Anastasia actually.
because
I
of the
mean,
real
yeah,
life
it's
story
a good
behind it.
story.
But the saddest Disney movie because of the real life story is Pocahontas. Why did they make
Oh,
that a
yeah.
movie? It's like that's so messed up. It's the worst thing. He ends up throwing him. That is not how Ratatouille ends, Roller. You need to rewatch it.
Oh my god.
I'm trying to think of like what other modern Disney movies I liked. I thought Frozen was okay. It was better than I expected it to be.
Oh yeah, for sure. Did you
Same
know they
thing
made
with-
a second one?
Yeah, I didn't watch it. I don't know. I don't watch Disney movies very much anymore. Big surprise.
That's fair. I think the second one was a decent sequel, and at the same time, very strange. And I wonder why Backstreet Boys were there.
What?
Yeah, they had this whole session with like Sven and Kristoff, and I think it was just Kristoff, and he was being all like dramatic, and they went full like Backstreet style with him and
Backstreet's back.
background.
All right.
I'm like, what?
Yeah, I don't. That's weird. Disney's weird nowadays. I don't know how. Like
Oh, yeah.
Disney used to always be weird, but they've gone like extra weird the last few years. It feels like
Oh yeah, for sure.
it's like they keep making live actions of things that aren't even that old that don't need live action movies. Like live action Moana does not need to happen. I'm sorry.
It doesn't need to happen. I think The Rock's doing it just so that his daughter will finally say that he's Maui. Because
don't-
apparently he keeps trying to convince her and she won't believe it.
Listen, I don't know how The Rock keeps getting all these movies. I don't understand it. He did
just has the
everything.
money.
He would like some of the worst and fun movies of all time are like the Fast and Furious movies, and I just don't understand how we
yeah.
got The Rock in those. Because they're like
I don't know.
they're so bad, but at the same time you're like, why was that entertaining to watch?
Yeah, they just hit different. Like Hobbs and Shaw.
I have not watched that
Anything like
actually. I've only watched a few of the Fast and Furious movies. I think what's weird for me is I remember when they were racing movies.
Oh yeah.
Like the first
so
few are
weird.
like undercover cop racing movies.
Yeah.
And then now it's like superheroes in space. I'm like, what
Yeah.
happened? How did we get here?
Yeah. Yeah, that stuff got weird fast.
I don't know. Like, trying to think of what my favorite movie would be because it changes all the time. I think Pan's Labyrinth was it for a while. Was my favorite movie.
Oh, I need to see that one.
It's a little bit horror oriented, so.
Oh.
Del Toro made it.
Who?
Guillermo del Toro, I think is how you pronounce his name.
Oh,
I
I've
always
heard
have to.
Del Toro.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's like the movie that made him popular. I think it's
Gotcha.
in Spanish. I can't remember if that's the language exactly. But it was very, very good. Had some good visuals and very, very nice. Very creepy.
Okay.
I like it.
Maybe I'll convince my friend to watch it with me, so it's not as scary.
The Bunny Girl Senpai movie. Yeah, I remember the Bunny Girl Senpai show was very, very good. Rascal Does Not Dream of Bunny Girl Senpai is a very good anime.
I've heard of it, but I haven't watched it yet. I think I've only heard good things, or like people being like, "This is a meme."
This is a meme. I actually didn't know it had a movie, so now I gotta find the movie apparently. Right after the show? Oh man. I gotta watch the movie now. I got a movie to add to the list.
Oh.
I didn't know it had a movie. I've probably been told to me before, and I just forgot about it. Trying to think of any other movies I would actually love to talk about, because I love movies.
Oh yeah, movies are great.
Oh, you know what? Speaking of TV shows, you ever watch Community?
Not my cookie.
Oh, really? Because they're making movies. They're making a movie for Community.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah, they're making a movie. 6 seasons in a movie. It's happening.
Oh lord.
So, did you like any of that genre of show, like The Office,
No.
Parks and Rec?
No.
Really?
No. Nah. I'm not overly big into comedy, if that makes sense. Like the typical comedy.
Nani?
genre is not what I like. No.
Nani?
Nah. I actually like it better when shows or in movies have like something else as their presiding genre, but then they slip in comedic moments, you know?
You know what? That's how I feel about romance a lot of the time. Like, I like, the
Fair.
only thing I think I can watch is, like, romance animes, but, like, otherwise, if it's a book, like, I don't think I could read a book where its main thing is romance. It has to be, like, a side thing.
Yeah.
And even then, it can't be very big, or else I'm like, just stop. Get out of here.
Yeah, it really depends on how they execute it. Some genres are just very finicky and picky, and a lot of people don't do them right.
Oh, fantasy is, like, notorious for just being bad at writing romance.
Yeah.
I don't know how to explain it other than, like, there was a long time where, like, fantasy was just, like, wish fulfillment for certain groups of people that was just,
Oh
like,
yeah.
it was like, okay, bud, I get it. You like that. Can I read the story you were actually putting out?
Yeah.
Yeah, books are interesting like that sometimes, where it's like trends. Like, I think the worst thing to happen to fantasy, it's just gonna be a really hot take in recent years, is Game of Thrones.
Yeah. Honestly, like I didn't watch it, but the number of people who freak out about it was insane. And just because it was a show, it was suddenly really cool and interesting, even though it was a book. And nobody cared about the book, and then the shows come out, and everybody's obsessed with
So
it.
I didn't understand it, because as somebody who reads fantasy, I'm like, why is this the one that made it big? I'm like, why is this the
Yeah.
one you decided to hook onto? Because there's so many good
Yeah.
fantasy stories that you could have did before this. And then, like, now everything models itself after Game of Thrones, and it's just like, listen.
Why don't you just be you?
It's like, not every... I'm trying to keep this as PG as possible, but not everything needs what Game of Thrones has. It's just, I just, like, I don't need it. I don't need it in my books. Get it out of here. Get it out of my stories. I just want to read about dragons and swords, bro. Like,
Yeah.
I'm also fine with the politics part of it. I just feel like everything has the same politics in medieval setting. Because fantasy takes more money for effects. Ignore Lord of the Rings, one of the greatest stories of all time, known as some of the greatest movie franchises of all time, but they won't put anything more into fantasy. I just don't get it. Lord of the Rings is so good, by the way. No, that Rings of Power show was...
Oh, I didn't watch that.
Oh, man, no, you don't. It's listen, it's very visually stunning. They put a lot of money into it. Very visually stunning. The plot is so bad.
Oh.
The best movie franchise is the Minion film. Shut up. It's the Penguins of Madagascar.
Oh lordy. God.
The Minion films. I haven't even seen a Minion film. I watched Despicable Me, but I've never seen a Minion film. Is that like Air Buds?
No. Like,
I know what Minions are. Just me.
no, yeah. They just yeah.
How does it even work? They don't talk.
I would say just watch it.
Fake fan? I'm not a Minion fan. I'm not a fan of Minions.
I would say watch the first one, because how they started that was no one saw that coming. No one saw that.
So it's good.
It's very silly and very Minions, yes.
They go search for a new master. It's a prequel?
Yeah, it's a prequel.
The Minions movie is a prequel to Despicable Me? What?
Yeah, it's like the story of before they met Gru.
Court of Thorn and Roses. Is that You know what? I was gonna say something, but it's such a generic statement. A fae, that one with the fae, but I'm like, wait, that's every fantasy romance novel
Right.
now. They all have
I
faes
was
now.
told I might like that.
Um, I don't know. I have such mixed feelings because, like, I'm glad things exist that people like. I'm glad you like that, but like,
Oh yeah.
keep it away from me. How about that?
No, I get that. I get that.
So, like, enjoy what you enjoy, but not with me. uh no, the only book I would ever suggest right now, like, I don't know, like Mother of Learning is one I suggest the most because I want more people to read it so it gets more popular, so I can get instead of just a Kickstarter physical book, I want mass market paperback, so I can just throw that in my backpack or something and not have to worry about damaging a collectible item.
Oh yeah.
So I need more people to read it so that it becomes more popular.
Just got that backpack with 20 books in it.
I would.
Anybody asks you if you lift, you're like, yeah, every day. X like 100 pounds. Oh, what's your secret? Backpacks.
You know what?
Walk away.
When I was a wee little nose in school, I had a new book like I used to read books in like a day. I don't know how I did it. Yeah, Roller bought like 1,000, like multiple $1,000 statues for Mother of Learning because they did a Kickstarter. He's the real biggest fan. You know what? I will say you might actually be the real biggest fan. You own all the statues and all the books.
Oh God.
Yeah, he
That's
spent like
dedication.
$1,000 for two so $1,000 on each statue. You broke one of the statues, Abby? No,
Oh no.
no, Abby. Please tell me you didn't break one of his statues. That would be so
Probably
sad.
not,
Which
no.
one? Actually, wait. It also matters. Which one? Which one? Because if it's Silver Lake, okay, I can forgive you. But if it was Quata Chichel, we gotta have a problem here. No! Not the Lich! No, that was the cool statue! That was the coolest statue! You chipped the finger? No! Everybody spam sad noses.
Aww.
It's just one finger. It's the most important parts, the fingers. They look cool. Anyway.
Aww.
Anyway. It's not my statue. I don't know why I'm sad. It's not my statue. My statues are
God.
fine that I don't own because I didn't spend $1,000 on
Right.
statues. I'll cut off
Worst
my own and
idea
replace it.
ever.
Okay, as long as you're
Oh,
willing to
no.
replace it with your own finger, that's fine.
Oh God.
That finger cost $40. I could believe that actually if you did the math.
Oh yeah. Statues and the prices get ridiculous sometimes.
I
get
don't-
it. There's a lot of small detail, but damn.
As long as you're not buying pop figurines.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Those
what a
for that
waste
price?
of what a waste of plastic.
Yeah.
If you buy pop figurines, you should be ashamed of yourself. You're buying toxic waste at this
bit.
point. I don't know. I hate the designs. They're just such like, I don't know. There's some that are cool. Like there's a Dementor one I was given that looks pretty cool. Like if they have like a cool original design, sure. Okay. But if you're just buying like the same face looking pop figurine,
Yeah. Yeah. Some of them, it's like, say, like real life actors, and it's literally just a bunch in a row.
It's just a
and they have, like,
dude.
the same face, just different
it's just
hair.
it's just the dude. It's just the dude. It's not even a
Yeah.
good figurine. It's like I'll just buy an action figure or something at that point.
Yeah. Yeah. Like some
I-
are cute, but then some of them are just the exact same.
Like
Carbon clone.
some of them are really cool original designs, and then the rest are pop figurines.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. It's one of those few collectibles I don't completely understand.
Yeah. No.
I don't know how we got there.
I mean, probably Chibis. Chibis probably had something to do with them.
Yeah, but it's like a very Western thing, so I don't think that's.
Well, I mean,
Pop
like if
figurine.
you like comic books, but you also like Chibis, and you wanted to do it in like a comic book style to make it more Western, to be able to sell it here and everybody relate, kind of. Just be like, oh,
I mean,
hey,
wait, you think it's like a
English version of
Nendoroid thing going on? But even Nendoroids have like a more original design.
that's true, yeah.
I don't know. It's just like something about the pop figurine design. It's just like does not click with me. It does not vibe.
No, that's fair. They kind of look like the pop things kind of look like that one game from Disney that was on the phone.
I don't know what you're talking about.
What
I don't
was
play.
it?
You know what? I don't consume a whole lot of Disney stuff beyond like maybe Marvel and Star Wars nowadays. And even then, like that's very little.
No, that's fair. It was some kind of like matching game with like chibi faces for like Mickey Mouse and all the other classics.
I remember Disney used to have like what was it, multiverse or something like that. I don't remember what it's called. They had like this thing where you had like collectible figurines. You used to get Infinity Verse or something. Disney something. I can't remember what it was,
Yeah.
but yeah, it was like remember how they tried that with all the like the Spore and Spyro stuff? I can't remember what that. Skylanders. That's what that was.
Yeah.
It was like that, but with Disney, and it closed down like a game studio or something because of how bad it flopped.
Ooh.
I don't know. That was like the only one to have been successful with like the figurine thing has been Nintendo with their what do you call them? Amiibos. Yeah. That's been like the only successful thing like that. Everything else has kind of failed.
Yeah. Turns out decent marketing helps.
Yeah, it turns out being Nintendo helps.
That's
you
fair,
can
yeah.
you can sell an underwhelming property and still be good.
Yeah.
It's like the Switch is a very fun console when it first came out. Now we have the Steam Deck.
Yeah.
So the Switch's whole selling point kind of
Yeah.
yeah. But hey,
Just like Nintendo
you can play
Switch.
PS4 quality games on the go.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
pretty cool.
True. True.
Have you played any of the Zelda games?
Yeah, the last one I played was Breath of the Wild.
You know what? I can't seem to get into Breath of the Wild. Like I'll play it for a while and then just drop it. I enjoy some of the
Yeah.
older Zelda games, like Ocarina of Time is one of my favorites. And then Majora's Mask was very fun.
I think I played like 90% of Ocarina of Time on my DS and then got distracted, forgot about it, and went, I have no idea where I am now.
You post a hydrate reminder here since it's been 2 hours. I don't think I have a hydrate reminder because I don't like people telling me what to do. But if you want to tell her what to do, that's fine.
Hey.
You can't
I-
do it. It won't let you.
I have hydrate when I hydrate. How about that?
Truth.
No, I don't like giving my chat power. But if I give my chat any power, they take advantage of it.
Nah, I don't blame you.
They know what they're doing.
The life of a streamer.
I know what kind of chat I cultivate here. I'm a nose. To be fair, reminder, not a command. Well, you can't remind me to take that command. How about that?
You remind me of what I
Really, yeah. So you like Nickelback? Is that what you're saying? Nickelback fan?
Oh, yeah.
And you know what? I'll stand by this. The first few Nickelback albums are good. I'll die on that hill. Nickelback's a good band.
There's plenty that like start good and end bad. A lot of bands that like that.
Remember when Maroon 5 was a band?
Vaguely. Very vaguely.
Oh, man. That's funny what Maroon 5's become.
Do you want me to hurt you though?
No, but you can.
Oh, perfect. You know how the Oldies channel?
No, don't say something like this. I know where you're going with this.
So once a song hits 20 years old, it hits the Oldies channel.
Oh, no.
Green Day is on it.
Oh, God. No, please stop. Stop it. The pain. It's like I was having a conversation with people where they were like, the PS2 is retro. And I was like, the PS2 is not retro. And they're like, the PS2 is retro. And then I was like, the PS3 is not retro. And they're like, the PS3 is retro. And I'm like, no.
Yeah.
No, it's a new console, I swear.
Yeah.
It's
I
still-
learned... yeah. Learned a lot of songs for retro now.
Oh, I did hear about that. Like, they were talking about, like, the new dad rock is, like, just like My Chemical Romance.
Yeah, that hit it too.
Oh, man. Then I'm not okay.
Right?
Let's get you to bed, Grandpa. No, I don't want to go to bed yet. My stories are on.
Right? The story box is playing.
My stories are on. I forgot about the My Stories Were On things. Crap. But yeah, the oldie stuff hurts. Stop it. It pains.
Oh yeah, it does. I mean, I could make it worse, but
No, go on. It's okay. Make it worse.
do you remember the classic, of course, like "Baby One More Time" from Britney Spears?
Yeah, I know of that. Yes.
Yes, 26 years old.
Okay. Yeah, that's old. That's alright.
There's the other songs that came out that year that you're like, no way. I thought that was much younger than. Oh shit.
It's like when you're going through games too. Like I remember
Oh,
playing
yeah.
like was it like Sly Cooper and stuff like that, and you realize how old they are now, and you're like, now wait a minute. Now wait
Yeah.
a minute. It's like somebody was telling me like the same. They were saying something like the same amount of time as this and the like GTA Vice City. The same amount of time that was I can't remember exactly what it was, but it was like they were talking about the same amount of time as the in between the game and being created is what it is now, or something like that.
Oh god.
And Vice City was like 80s Miami, or like now wait a
No!
minute. Now wait a minute.
No.
It was something like that where they're talking about like settings and how long they are in between. Like I think it's like something where like the same amount of distance between a certain. I gotta look this up again, but like something we would think is a real classic. It's like what the same amount of distance from 2000 as we think about that. I feel so old sometimes.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Did you watch any of like those 80s movies like Ferris Bueller's Day Off?
Oh yeah, that was a classic. I know
That's
the
so
whole
good.
thing.
The John Hughes movies?
Some of them, yeah. Yeah.
Like Breakfast
God.
Club and Ferris
Oh,
Bueller's
yeah,
Day Off.
Yep.
You know what? I think those aged fairly well considering.
Yeah, actually, they're still pretty fucking relatable.
Like, there's some movies you watch and you're like, that aged better than I thought it would.
Oh yeah, and then there's other movies like we were watching older movies for like October last year, a group of friends of mine, and we were like, you know what movies we don't remember? Things like Ghostbusters. And I gotta say, that's a lot more cringe than I remember.
It's like, you know what? The stuff that especially does not age well is if you look at old comedies.
Oh yeah.
Like, early 2000 comedies have not aged well. They're, like,
Oh, yeah.
startling sometimes, where you're like, huh.
Comedy movies are like so in the moment that it makes it so like just can't age sometimes.
Like, some of them age fairly well, I think. I'm trying to think of ones that aged well. Like, I think, I don't know. Like, I think some of the 80s comedies might have aged better than you think. But I'm trying to think which ones.
Can't think of any.
Trying to think of a comedy that aged well is dangerous, because if you mention one and it didn't age well and somebody's like, remember this controversial joke in that movie?
Oh,
Click
yeah,
is a great movie. Click was a terrible movie when it came out. What are we talking about? I like Adam Sandler. I grew up liking Adam Sandler movies. Click is a bad movie. It was one of his worst, really bad movies. It's like what's that other one he made where he like played a girl as well?
Huh?
Adam Sandler played like his twin sister or something like that in the
Oh
movie.
god.
It's the only movie you have on DVD? What?
Sorry.
Do you have Click on DVD? Jack and Jill, that's what it was called. It was such a bad movie.
Oh.
Also,
no.
You Don't Mess with the Zohan, really bad Adam Sandler movie.
Oh.
It had Al Pacino in it? Jack and Jill had Al Pacino in it?
God. Things we'd have to rewatch just to remember certain things.
I don't know. Adam Sandler, like, he had this run of, like, really good movies for, like, such a long time, and then he just started making so much trash. You Were Forced to Watch Zohan? That was a movie. I watched that in theaters because my family wanted to watch that in theaters, and I said,
Oh.
I watched it, and I was like, that was, an experience.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Really bad movie.
Oh,
I watched
yeah.
it. I watched the Simpson movie in theaters. That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
That was a
God,
good movie. I think that aged
Yeah.
fairly well too. Actually, all the Simpson stuff ages all right, just because it's like a time capsule almost. You almost treat those
Yeah.
differently.
Yeah.
It's like
I haven't
Futurama,
watched
I
it.
think, also aged really well. If I remember right, because I watched that a few years ago and it was still funny. Now, my humor may be bad, that might be it, but Futurama used to be good.
No, that's
There's a
fair.
cringe samurai movie? What samurai movie? There's so many samurai movies. Are you talking about like the one with Tom Cruise? That was pretty bad. The Last Samurai.
Oh,
Where like he just like saves Japan as a white guy. It's fine. I'm trying to think. There's a lot of those. No, the
Cool
one
idea, not cool
me and
execution.
Laggy watched. I don't remember what you're talking about. I'm gonna be honest. I don't remember watching a samurai movie.
No, it's just like it was so bad I deleted it from my memory.
I
immediately.
listen. I get yelled at from my memory a lot. I legitimately don't remember this. I don't remember this. Legitimately, it's gone from my brain. I don't remember. I have no memory of this. It wasn't a samurai movie? Okay, now we're getting somewhere. It was
I have no memory of this beaver.
Bulletproof. Oh my god!
Oh my god.
Bulletproof Monk! One of the worst movies of all time. I love how bad it was. It's such a hilariously bad movie. Some of the line deliveries are some of the worst of all time. It's so good.
No.
I love it. It was actually funny how bad it is.
Oh god.
The 30-second Golden Raspberry Awards. Jack and Jill won all 10 categories. It won awards? Why do hot dogs come in packs? Oh no, he's gonna say one of the worst lines. But no hot dog buns come. Why do hot dogs come in packs of 8, but hot dog buns come in packs of 10?
It is a question.
It's
a theory. It's capitalism theory. It's all a plot.
just a
Trying to
theory.
get you to make
A
money.
game theory.
Hey.
You hate it? It haunts you? You don't understand. It was true artistry. Like The Room.
Oh no.
It's
Why does
true
it sound like
artistry.
it's supposed to be like some kind of mystery thing, but
So, Bulletproof Monk was like a weird martial arts movie. It had an actual like good martial arts actor in it. I think it's like his first American movie. I can't remember for sure. I gotta look it up again. But they did him dirty with the script. I'm just gonna say that. It was such a bad movie. Anyway, yeah, Birdemic. I've never watched Birdemic. I've never watched Sharknado either. I've avoided those type of movies.
I need to rewatch Jaws now that I'm an adult.
So I think people say Jaws because of the practical special effects aged very well, from what they're telling me.
Oh, okay. I don't
It's
remember
like
the last time I've seen anything.
It's like Alien. Alien aged really well because they used practical special effects. Or The Thing movie, because of the practical special effects, aged really well. Yeah. Anything with practical special effects ages better than the stuff with old CGI.
Fair.
Other than, like, I think Lord of the Rings, maybe because they remastered it recently, but the special effects didn't look so bad when I was watching the extended editions. I have them on Blu-ray. They look pretty good.
Hell yeah. Yeah.
I think the special editions aged fairly well.
Did you like the Hobbit movies or no?
That's a loaded question. Did I hate them? No. I thought they were, if it wasn't The Hobbit, there would have been good movies. But as an adaptation,
okay.
It's really bad.
That's fair.
But that's because I like The Hobbit for what it is, just like a little kid's book with like fantasy stuff. The Sharknado shouldn't have had sequels. Listen, it's fine.
True.
Fine.
What are they on? 15?
I don't know, but the shark got caught in that tornado again.
Oh no, not again.
How's that? Like, I don't
How
understand.
did they keep messing that up?
It quickly fell into beating the joke into the ground by movie 2. No, listen. The sharks are in a tornado. It's dangerous.
So how come they're in a tornado and not a hurricane? I'm just wondering.
Wouldn't that technically be a hurricane at that point, actually? With that amount of water? Oh no, it should be shark hurricane, but it's not. It doesn't roll off the tongue as well. That's
I guess
why.
shark cane doesn't work.
Shark cane? It's like an old shark with a cane.
That'd be so great.
Sharkfoon? Maybe Sharkfoon?
Oh, okay.
That could work, like Typhoon.
Yeah.
Sharkfoon? That could have worked.
Everyone's shark food fighting.
Dun 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 dun. The sharks were fast as lightning. But imagine sharks are in water; they are in the with the NATO. Which I get sharks technically could survive outside of water for a limited amount of time, but like,
Lost.
but like, I don't think I want to think about the physics of Sharknado anymore.
Yeah, yeah.
I think that would break me.
That was your brain.
I don't know. I think I don't like those type of like sci-fi movies. I enjoy the ones that are like Sci-Fi did this miniseries one time I thought was really good, where they had like this hotel room with like a special key that you could open the hotel room from anywhere with the key, and this guy got hit like, and then you closed it. If you closed it and like left it, things would disappear inside it. And like some guy lost his kid in it.
What?
Yeah, and like the whole plot is like him trying to figure out a way to get his kid back, and like there's other magical pieces of this hotel room that like do different magical items, and he has to like gather all of them to unlock it and get the actual place where his kid would be. Very interesting plot. I cannot remember the name of it, and I cannot tell you if it's good anymore because it was like a limited run series, and I don't even know if Sci-Fi even talks about it anymore.
Oh no!
It's one of those
Sounds
things.
Interesting too. No.
Yeah, the plot. I remember the plot being very good. I do remember it being very good. And there was like there was also like there was this one movie I thought was actually pretty good that shouldn't have been good on Sci-Fi, but like this guy woke up in an office with like spiders, giant spiders.
Nope, I'm out.
And like it was
I'm
about
out.
like the giant spiders. You don't like giant spiders? You don't like Arachnophobia, the movies?
No, I have arachnophobia.
Dang.
The phobia.
I have the phobia. The thing it's named after.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know. Like the most messed up horror movies I can think of are like the Hellraiser movies.
That's what the guy with the spikes, right? In his
Pinhead.
Yeah, I know
Yeah,
him from Dead by Daylight.
Yeah, the movies are very, very messed up. Very, 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 very messed up. I think like he's a part of a like they worship him in a cult, like where the world he's from.
Oh, well that.
And it's like the only way to experience true pleasure in their like mindset is like experience so much pain or something. It's like the whole ethos of their religion or something, and it's like it's like a whole world based around that. It's very weird.
I'd like to recommend to them a therapist.
Yeah, maybe. The whole Hellraiser plot is very messed up. Like even like the first movie, it's like it gets spread because like a woman was cheating on her husband with his brother or something, and she like wanted to bring him back or something. I can't remember. Something like that, if I remember that plot right. It was very bad, but also very good movies. I don't know how to explain why they're so good. They're just so abhorrently bad, like in like terms of gore. You're like, huh, this was made.
Yeah, I mean, we look at anime and go wild, but then you look at like 80s movies and you're just like, I'm sorry?
80s fantasy movies were something.
Oh yeah, for
like,
sure, man.
Like Labyrinth.
I love Labyrinth, actually. I was raised on it.
I really like Dark Crystal a lot.
Oh yeah, that too. Mm-hmm.
I don't know, there was something so eerie about the vibe of the beginning of Dark Crystal too.
Oh, for sure. I was left making that noise. That.
Yeah, there was that era of fantasy movies is very good in atmosphere.
Oh yeah, the puppetry was amazing. I'll always be disturbed by the ones in Labyrinth, though. The ones that try to take off the main character's head.
Oh, I know which one you're talking about.
Yeah, those ones were unnerving.
So I really like Labyrinth in that it like did some really good world building stuff very quickly.
Oh yeah.
Like they got you straight up sucked into that. I don't know what it is, but you would think puppets would take you out of the immersion, but they actually kept it.
Yeah, I don't know. They had some massive wizardry on their hands. Like, damn.
Yeah. The boy. How's that song go? The man or something like that.
Oh, you remind me of the Babe. What Babe?
Oh, that's what it is.
What power?
Yeah.
Power
I
of-
have really mixed feelings on the music for Labyrinth, but the story is very good.
I like that song way too much. David Bowie was very good in that.
Yeah, David Bowie's a solid character, I'd say. What's the name of David Bowie's character? Do you remember? Or you just remember him as
Goblin
David
King.
Bowie. Oh, you do remember. Okay.
Yeah.
I had a conversation with someone one time. They were like, "It's David Bowie," and I was like, "No, he has a character name. There's a character name."
Yeah, oh god. I was about to say something that flew out of my head. I love when that happens.
Yeah, it disappears.
Right. Vanish. Oh, I was gonna say, I have seen The Labyrinth probably over 100 times.
I have it on Blu-ray, so I watch it sometimes.
Oh, yeah. I see it come back on Netflix every now and again, and I'm like, oh, and that one for today? Very good.
So, there was a Netflix show I liked so much that I bought it on Blu-ray.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's The Haunting of Hill House.
Oh, no.
Yeah, such a good series. Oh, it actually is one of the spookiest things I ever watched. But it's very good.
God.
They do the atmosphere very well. Like, there'd be, like, random moments in the show where there's just a ghost in the background. They have no explanation. I love it. I love that there's just random ghosts in the background. But I also think the plot, like, in terms of just, like, a story by itself, it doesn't even have to be horror. If they just told the same story without any of the horror elements, for the most part, would be very sad and good.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
That's
it's a
actually kind
very,
of impressive.
very good show. There's also a whole episode they do in one shot. The whole episode's in one camera.
Seriously?
Yeah, one shot.
That's impressive.
They did a one-take episode. Very good. The same guy who made that's trying to make a Dark Tower movie franchise or series.
Really?
Yeah. John Flanagan, I think his
Oh.
name is, or something like that. He wants to do
Oh, I
Dark
would be
Tower.
interested in
He's
that.
a very, very, very good director and showrunner, whatever you would call him.
God. I'll have to keep an eye out for that one.
Yeah, he also made what was that? He made another Netflix show, something about religious stuff. I can't remember the name of it.
I wouldn't know.
Black
probably.
something or something like that. I can't remember. They all blend together.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah,
Sometimes would be that way.
they all blend together sometimes.
Oh yeah. Absolutely.
Do you like comics?
Do I like
Like
comics?
American comics?
I never really got into them, but I really like the movie.
You really like the movies? So you never read anything like, you said you never watched The Walking Dead. Did you read anything like Invincible or something, like any of those other ones? Never read.
I never got my first comic until I watched the Venom movie, and then I was like, yo.
I'd never
I
even
got, like,
seen the
2.
Venom movie.
The first one was very good. I need to watch the second one.
I don't know. I was just like, this seems like a Sony cash grab, and I'd never want to. It might not be. It might have actually been a good movie. I was just a little bit jaded at the time.
Fair enough.
I think
I hadn't even heard of him before that.
Venom?
Yeah, I hadn't heard of him at all.
That's
and
crazy.
I really liked
That's
him
crazy.
after-
Have you watched the original Spider-Man movies, the Raimi trilogy?
That one was Maguire, right?
Yeah, Tobey Maguire.
I don't remember ever watching the
You
third
should
one.
watch them. They're very good. Oh, you did never watch the third one. You never
Yeah,
watched
I
Bully
know I watched
Maguire?
the first one. Which one?
Bully Maguire is the third one.
No.
Bully
No, I don't
Maguire.
think I did. That was when he was having his like edgy phase, right?
Yeah, it was very fun. I don't know how to explain Spider-Man 3 to people. Very good.
That's fair, yeah.
Yeah,
I
I
have
love
vague
the.
memories of it being very strange and not being probably just not being sure if it was the same movie. I think I was too young at the time.
That got me really in the comics when I was a kid. I read like the Ultimate Spider-Man comics after that and all that.
Oh.
Yeah. I'm not as into comics, like American comics nowadays, just because, like, listen, the way they format them, they never end. I just want an end. Just let me end the story.
That's very fair, honestly.
My boy Peter Parker has been through enough. You can stop having him get divorced now.
That's fair.
He's literally watched his family die hundreds of times. Just let it go.
Yeah, that's true.
Leave my boy Batman alone.
Oh yeah, man, poor Batty. Holy shit! I mean, they're focusing on Harley nowadays, so
Yeah, I
that's
mean, she
gotta count for
sells.
something, right?
Yeah, I just want them to like make a beginning and an end to stories. Is all I want them to do. You could use the same
Yeah.
characters, just have a beginning to an and an end to that series.
Yeah,
A
nowadays
beginning
it's like,
and an
how
end.
hard can we milk this, and for how long?
Like, you're not Doctor Who. You have to end at some point.
It's true.
You can't just be like, nah, he be generated, fam. Like,
Yeah.
oh man. I can go on and on about the modern state of comics and how it's bad. Even
No,
though there's
I
good
agree.
stories coming out, like the major players like Spider-Man and stuff just don't get treated correctly.
Mm-hmm.
There's such good stories and good plot, like good characters that you could do so much more with them than they're doing.
Yeah, you just got a plethora of things, and they're like, let's redo it. Vroom.
Give me good story with good end. That's right. I just want an end. Just let it end.
Instead, it has to be the same, 4 miserable
So-
years of Spider-Man's
I-
life replayed over and over.
So I know DC Comics does this thing where like they restart the whole universe sometimes. Like they did it with the New
Oh,
52
yeah.
where they restarted the whole universe. And so there were stories that were in the middle of a plot that they just like, nah, it's over. The whole universe restarted. I'm like, that wait?
Yeah.
I'm like, but I
Well,
was
they
reading
don't
that.
like-
I was reading that.
They don't like the way that they make it, so they're like, oh, well, you're not canon anymore. We have the new fandom now.
Or even good stuff. It's like, no, I'm sorry. We have this new universe that all our comics have to be in.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, stop. Just like
Yeah.
have self-contained stories, please. It can happen.
Yeah.
Not everything needs to be a multiverse, guys.
Yeah.
We don't need multiverses.
You could just have them as retellings, and they have nothing to do with each other. Leave it that way.
Yeah, it's like, okay, listen, I'm all right with you having some connected stuff, kind of like with like a Teen Titans type story or a Justice League type story.
Did
But
you
I don't-
see- Did you see the cartoon they made?
Which one?
Yeah, the Teen Titans Go or whatever. Oh god.
I heard that's actually funny, but I can't watch it.
Yeah, it hurts. I look
They
at it
took-
for 2 seconds and go,
They took
"Why?"
such a really well thought out story with Teen Titans and they just made it dumb.
Yeah.
It's like, I guess it kind of continued on. Like, they got that same vein in Young Justice with that same type of, like, atmosphere and plot, but less anime style. Young Justice was very good, by the way. If you want to watch a really, like, something that has, like, the same, like, adult themes as Teen Titans.
Okay.
Young Justice,
going.
at least the first 3 seasons were very good.
Oh.
I think there might be more than that, but I can't remember. I don't know. I know you can watch it on the Max streaming service.
I've never even heard of that streaming service.
It's
There's
HBO
too
Max,
many
but
of
they
these
just call it
things.
Max.
Oh. Okay,
They
yeah,
changed
yeah,
it back. They changed it from HBO Max. I don't understand. The HBO name is the one that sells, but that's a whole other conversation.
What did they get merged or something, or
I don't-
bought somebody out?
I
They were
don't
like,
know.
Oh, let's
I don't-
reconsider it."
I don't keep up with all that anymore. I know that so I watch NFL, and I know they have like this game day ticket thing where you can watch like I can't remember what the name of it, like games that are in like different cities and stuff that you normally wouldn't be able to watch on
Oh yeah.
the NFL red zone ticket or something. And they just
Yeah.
got sued because of how much they were charging for that and how they did that.
Wow.
So it's like because they did it for so many years, they might be losing like $14 billion in the lawsuit or something like that.
Well, goodbye, Max. It was nice though.
Not Max. I was talking about the NFL. The
Oh,
NFL.
The NFL one. Oh,
Which
okay.
right now YouTube has that service is what they're running it, but they used to run it through DirecTV.
Oh.
And the
no.
NFL is got sued and lost the initial lawsuit. They're trying to appeal it right now, but they might lose up to $14 billion.
Oh no.
Yeah, very interesting stuff.
God, I believe that. It's a court case and a half, man.
That is a lawsuit and a half, that's for sure.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you said you occasionally watch sports. What sports did you occasionally watch?
It was more like if it came on the telly, because growing up, I really liked sports, actually.
You're one of those ones who's like, there's an Olympic sport on. I don't know what this sport is, but it is on.
No, it's more like if I was at a restaurant or something, and I didn't care about the conversation happening around me, but I'm like, yo, that's basketball? I'm so entertained now.
You know what? I understand that, because, like, I don't watch basketball, but if it's, like, on and I can see it, I'm like, oh, that's a very cool-looking play.
Oh yeah, basketball's my favorite. The other games I'm kind of lost on. I hear they've even been changing baseball, so it's gotten weirder.
So baseball's very weird nowadays. They have like pitch counters and stuff. I don't even watch baseball because I think it's the worst sport to watch, but it's fun to play. But like they have like a pitch counter now where like the pitcher has a certain amount of time before they're allowed to pitch. So like half the strategy the pitchers used to use is gone. It's very interesting.
Oh,
and like
if it works, if it's not broken, don't fix it. That's what I say.
So, like, the only sports I would really, like, watch nowadays, and I don't even really watch them as much as I used to, is, like, hockey and football.
Fair enough. Was it because you liked the fights?
So hockey, I don't know. I just like watching hockey, but I used to play football as a little nose. It's my favorite sport.
Gotcha.
When I was a little nose, you just saw a giant nose rushing at people.
Oh,
you know how terrifying that would be, actually? I wanna get art of that. I need art of that now. That'd be terrifying.
Just you in a football helmet.
Football helmet rushing at somebody about to tackle them with my tentacles.
Oh my god, make it a stream transition thing.
Just like you just see me rush across the screen and it like hits and breaks at the end.
That'd be so great.
That'd be so stupid. I'd love it. It sounds like a lot of work though.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Well, I'm gonna be honest. My throat is starting to hurt.
Oh no, that's completely fair. We've been yapping left and right.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, this was a really fun start to late night sniff.
Hell yeah.
We should definitely do something like maybe I'll play Final Fantasy sometime and you can walk me through the beginning section so I don't get bored or something. I don't know.
You know what? Sure, why not?
Yeah, we gotta work that out. But this was really fun.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Let's find somebody to raid. How about that before I leave?
Ain't that the question and a half?
Let's get my raid message in chat, nose game. There we go. Smells great in here. Let's see who's streaming. I don't want to raid someone else doing a talk show because I don't want to.
No, that's fair.
See.
Yeah, thank you, the viewers, for coming.
Yeah, thank you all. I appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
I think next time I'm going to have a laugh track that I'll occasionally let people use. I don't know. I don't want to give you guys too much laugh track power, though.
True. Make it so it's like on a timer.
Yeah, that might be what I do. Let's see. Let's find somebody. I want to find somebody I don't raid often. I like doing that. Because if you raid the same people too often, you're like, oh, I raided you already.
Yeah, it's nice to have different conversations.
You have anybody you would want to raid?
Oh god, anybody I know. Oh, goodness me. Let me refresh.
I always like finding different people.
Fair. Add an applause sign. There you go.
Add an applause sign. Please clap. Please clap. Guys,
Done
please.
in front of a live audience.
Done in front of a live audience that I'm forcing to clap. I totally don't have any leverage over them at all.
I mean, they had cue cards for it back then. It's not that different.
Yeah, it's just cue cards. I'm not threatening them or anything.
Wait a minute.
Ha.
I'm starting
Funny.
to question things. That's
No,
weird.
don't worry about it.
Haha. Remember, chat, blink twice if you need help.
Remember, chat, use those eye drops I told you about so you don't have to blink.
Wait a minute.
What's the problem?
Nothing.
Chat, do not blink if you're okay. See, they're not blinking.
Wait a minute. How long does this person usually go for? I forgot they only stream here and there. Whee! Oh.
Oh?
I don't know how much longer they're going for.
I mean, there's a few people I can raid, honestly.
Huh?
There's a few people I can raid. I was just seeing if you wanted to raid anybody else.
No.
I should always give my guests the chance to raid somebody they want to raid. There any socials you want to plug before we get out of here?
Oh, socials. I mean,
Yeah.
you
You
can
could-
find me on X or Blue Sky, YouTube, Twitch. Yeah, that's right. I'm here on Twitch.
On Twitch? What kind of stuff do you do
Yeah.
on Twitch?
Yeah, I play Final Fantasy 14, the hit MMO from Square Enix.
Wow, that's crazy.
No way, never would have guessed it.
What kind of names do you go under on these certain social websites?
The Honolulu, that's a Hunalulu, you know?
Oh, no,
Call me
in a
Lulu
loop.
for
The
short.
interview is restarting. Yep, that's right. You're stuck in the interview loop.
Haha, you thought we were just talking about time loops for lols.
This person is playing Resident Evil 4, and I like Resident Evil 4.
Oh, well, there you go.
Yeah.
Sounds
All right.
good.
Well, I'll start the raid up, and then I'll smell everybody later in a moment.
Very good. Thank you for having me.
Oh, anytime. That was actually really fun. That was a good conversation. You
Oh,
have
yeah.
good taste in music, I can tell you that for sure.
Oh, yeah.
All right, well,
I
I'll
get
smell
this
you
too.
all later.
Bye-bye.